It's convenient.
Have you ever seen me and Pidge in the same room at the same time?
Yes.
Hit.
In the same tent. In the
Shit.
same sleeping bag.
In
How
the
do you
same
know
pair
it
of
wasn't
undies.
Wait.
Wait, we're live, by the way, boys, I think.
Oh,
Hi. Hi. We're back. And so is V. Yay! Sorry about that. I thought Junior was just staring at me blankly, quite ignorantly ignoring me, until I realised everyone was just staring at me blankly. And my internet had died.
And then we realised
And everyone had frozen.
The laziest human beings in existence. Get yourself one of
man's
these
got his
bad
pot.
lads. Mate, it boiled water in fucking seconds. It's literally a little cook pot that you can just have wherever, right?
Put stuff in.
You can put them on the stove.
Yeah, mate, this is just a plug-in bad boy.
Just it's a plug-in baby, just to sit on his desk so he doesn't have to move to cook.
I tell you what, I've got one of
Living the
those
dream.
plug-in things that you can use to make hot water in seconds.
Mate, I don't need a
yeah,
kettle.
but
That's a pot.
The difference
I just
is,
put
Biggs,
the noodles in, lads.
the difference is, Biggs, you have to get up and go to your kitchen for that, whereas Pidge has developed another level of lazy and has acquired a bedroom kettle. So,
oh my god.
There you go, boys. Noodles and brews in me room, don't have to fucking move. Living a dream, boys!
Just before we
Living
go,
a dream!
Most people would call that an issue.
It is.
I call it a fucking solution.
At the same time, we're going to take a trip to D-side. I delivered to a warehouse today that was selling a 24-pack of pot noodles for £3.
I was going to say, I've got a pack of 12 there that was more than £3. You'll have to take me to that D-side depot.
Yeah, but they're not missing soba noodles. They're even better.
Mate.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's all about Ichiran right now, mate.
Yeah. Guys, we are here for D&D.
Garamat steps forward.
No, more needles. No.
And he says, I've got two, a +1 and a +2. 2,500 for the +1 and 5,000 for the +2.
Okay. What does the plus... Oh, okay, +1, +2, okay.
The normal one, just out of character, the normal one gives you a +1 to AC. So a +1 will give you 2 AC, and a +2 will give you 3 AC.
Oh, no. So it's just a normal one which gives you a +1, and there's a improved one which gives you a +2.
All right, there you
go. Okay. Can I come back and get some money out? Because, yeah.
If you're interested in making the purchase, so I can communicate with the bank.
Yeah.
Save you travelling to and fro.
Mm-hmm.
You see him. Would you like to complete the deal before I go ahead?
Yeah.
And which one would you like to purchase?
Can I have the +2, please?
The +2 for 5,000 gold. No problem. He holds out his hand, and a spectral image of a furbolg appears. Yes, we're going to Star Wars, boys.
I'm just going to say, Jesus.
It says, I have young Wes here, Wes Iguan. He'd like to make a withdrawal. The chap says, oh, yes, of course. And what would be the amount, sir?
66.
66 gold pieces. Do it.
Wait, you speaking to me?
Yeah, how much are you withdrawing, mate?
Oh, okay. 3,000, please. 3,000 gold pieces.
Certainly. And would you like them for collection or deposited into another account? Garamat's head has stood there, pointing at himself.
Deposited into another account.
And the name of the account?
Garamat.
Yes, it's Garamat of the magic store. It's of course, I know Garamat, but it's the formalities. Yes. Well, that is complete. Any other business? Says, no, I think
No,
that's
that's
it.
it.
Thank you. Just closes his hand and starts to say, oh, thank you for using... Just shuts him off.
Telephone banking.
Yeah, we've invented telephone banking. Beesh! Do what the fuck we want in Terrafae, boys. So that will just be 2,000 gold. I assume you have the cash if you just wanted a
Mhm.
part transfer.
Yeah.
Oh, by all means. And he slides the box towards you. So deduct 2,000 gold, and it should be on D&D Beyond, a Ring of Protection +1 or whatever. So it'll give, I don't know. We'll figure it. If it's not there, I'll make a Ring of Protection that gives you a +2.
Are you on the app, mate? Are you on the D&D Beyond app, Junior?
Yeah.
Right, I'll stick it in on the PC so it's easier for you.
I've seen Ring of Protection on there. I don't know if I've seen a Ring of Protection.
If not, I'll just I'll fudge it somehow.
Yeah, whatever.
So does that mean I have 3,000 left in my bank then?
So you've got 3,000 left equivalent in the bank yet, and you've
And
now got a
none.
ring of a +2 to your AC. Nice.
I have
it's
to
only
choose
a +1. I'll brew it.
I'll brew it real quick. Okay.
I'll brew it.
Anything else, Wes?
That's it, thanks.
Well, it certainly seems you're all acquiring new toys and trinkets to play with.
Mhm.
Hopefully they prove fruitful for you, and I mean, hopefully that Ring of Protection doesn't actually need using anytime soon. But yes, good day to you, and I will get back to my enchanting.
Right, thanks.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Bell rings as you leave.
I'm going to start heading back to the Tross, and as soon as I get in, I'm going to say the exact same thing as what I said last time. Going up into my room for an hour, don't disturb me. Tell me anything that happens when I come back down.
While he does that, I'm gonna turn to Brant and just go. He's very adventurous. I think he need a girlfriend like you to spend so much time in his room.
Wes heads upstairs. Start attuning to his ring. L'Oreal, you leave the chaps at the bank and you head over to the library. You make your way in through the great double doors, and you notice there is a few people coming and going, toing and froing from the library. You make your way in, and once again you're greeted in the Beauty and the Beast style floor-to-ceiling library of books and scrolls and tomes and papers and journals.
Walk in, as always, looking all over the place just because it is quite breathtaking, and thinking, God, Tim would be at home here.
Tim probably was at home here for quite a long time.
Yeah. So I'll walk up to the main desk.
Lady sitting there with the glasses on the end of her nose. Yes, hello, dear.
Hi. Yeah. I've got a map here which I've drawn, which I would like. I wonder if it's possible to get some copies made. Plus, I also think this is some information that I think the library could do with, which I don't think it has yet.
Oh, certainly. We've got quite an extensive map section of submissions and the like. Is it? Where is it for?
This is for the islands of Martin.
She kind of visibly jumps a little bit. Oh, she tilts the glasses down a bit. May I?
Certainly.
Put it on the desk in front of her, and she. Oh, it's very impressive. Did you draw it yourself, dear?
This is drawn from memory.
Right, okay. And denoted some docking ports for ships, okay. There's a volcano, and what are these square bits here, either side of the volcano?
These are like old structures, like fortification structures. Not like ruined now, but these used to be miniature fortifications that date back, I think, to before the war that destroyed the islands.
Very interesting indeed. Well,
I start
can...
recounting the story that I heard and from the vision that I had.
She sits there listening intently. It's all very, very interesting indeed. Perhaps you should write a journal and
well, it's quite
along
funny.
with the maps.
But once we got back to the island, the journal had wiped itself clean. It's only recently that we've recovered our memories of what happened.
Well, information is always useful if you find time to rewrite your journal, of course. Then I'll certainly take the submissions and I can get my assistants to start making a couple of copies of the maps. And
yes, you could certainly please take one for the library itself as well.
Oh, definitely, yes. Well, thank you very much, dear. And who shall I mark as the author?
L'Oreal.
And you're happy to have your name inscribed on the map as well, so in case somebody wanted to chase you up for more information.
Yeah, absolutely. Would it be possible to get
have
6 or 8 copies of this? Because I have a feeling that there's some people that would need some soon.
Yes, I'll get those drawn up this afternoon, and it'll take a little bit of time because they'll all have to, of course, be drawn over. But
how much would you want for materials?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's useful information, especially from the islands that there is currently no information of. We'll do this one, no problem. And if you wouldn't mind signing the original copy, and then we'll just copy your name over. We won't copy your signature. We don't want any forgery issues and the like, but at least you've got the original signed. So it's L'Oreal, and is there a title or a surname?
Thinking everything that she's been through, she's going to sign it L'Oreal Ote.
L'Oreal Ote. Fantastic. Okay. Yes, that would be done.
I don't know how long you've been here at this library. You might remember my brother.
And I was going to say the name does ring a bell. Is it you say brother?
Yes.
I seem to recall a gentleman was gnomish.
That's
is it? I don't mean to assume, but is it not a direct relative or?
No, I'm his adopted sister.
Ah, lovely. Yes, I remember him fondly. He spent a long while. He submitted many of the documents himself. You could probably find his name dotted all round the library. I've not seen him for a few years, though.
He's out and about. He's doing various expeditions, shall we say.
Well, certainly wizards and scholars don't seem to turn knowledge is the pursuit of power, and staying in one place for too long won't really benefit you.
No.
But certainly, Miss O'Tay, I shall get that done this afternoon, and I could either pick them up this evening before the library closes, or maybe tomorrow morning to give us a little more time.
Yeah, that's certainly fine. Can you point out where some of my brother's works are? I'm just interested to see what he's submitted.
Yeah, Mr. O'Tay was certainly most interested in the plains. So there are some maps of presumed destinations and the like. I believe he submitted a journal on planes and planar travel, which would be in the P section. Those are probably the most obvious ones to recall.
Thank you. I'll just go and have a look, and I'll head off to the P section to.
Yeah, certainly.
go and get a
She
book.
knocks her glasses back down and goes to copying some notes over. So you head up to the P section. Give me an investigation check.
24.
24. You pricks. The Isle of What? That's fucking perfect. That gif as well. Oh dear. Yeah, 24. You filter through some of the. There's a couple of like roughly. I've got a fucking really itchy fucking beard there. Some of the roughly hewn or roughly drawn journals, and there's some informations like lists of planes and the like. Eventually, you come across a journal which is in quite a nice leather-bound book, and it's initial TT or TOT. Take it and you open it up, and it looks like there's a number of pages kind of incomplete. It seemed as if, like, the more you read through it, you get the vibe that this was a journal that Tim had started and was filling in, and then perhaps just left his work with the library once he was going proper. But there's bits of information on some of the main plane, like the fire plane, earth, air, and water planes. Have the most bits of information as the more common planes. The just has information listings about the more common types of creatures and the like and stuff like that. Then there's a section towards the back listed as the 9 hells, and then there's an unhappy face drawn through it, like next to it, almost like a joking notation that the 9 planes, and there's like basically nothing in there in this at this point in the journal. It just says on one of the middle pages, to be continued. I'll get there one day. ... maybe. But that's the main journal you find.
Okay. Anything else? Just
Other than that, there's a few maps to coincide. You use that, like a couple of reference numbers and things from the pages to coincide a couple of maps. You go to the M section, blah blah blah. You're looking through MP maps planar, and you pull up a couple of basic drawings that Tim's done of runic scriptures for teleportation circles to get to a couple of the more common planes.
okay. No, I was just interested. That's all.
Yeah,
See what we got up to. I shall have to get onto him to finish that book. No, I'm going to say that to the receptionist as I'm walking out.
Oh yeah, certainly yes. That's the unfortunate thing with people moving on. We do accept the most generous donations of people's work, but quite often when they have to leave, it's either incomplete or almost unfulfilled. But by all means, if you do see Mr. Rote soon,
in the next day or so, if willing. But yeah, I shall have to remind him that you've got a book to finish if you get the chance.
Yes, of
No
course.
doubt he's probably got a lot more to put in it after how long it's been.
Yeah, certainly. So it's probably about 3 or 4 years, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, anything else I can help you with, miss?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Well, we're open long hours of the day, so
I mean,
if you think of anything, we're always here.
Okay. I'll certainly think about that and If need be, I will return. Thank you anyway.
Have a good day. She rings a little dulled bell. It's not like a bing ding ding like on in a library, but there's like a little ding 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 ding. And as you're leaving, you notice a couple of young looking scholarly types come shuffling over, and you can kind of get the vibe she's showing the maps, and they're like, oh,
I'll just nod to them as they go past and as I'm
they
walking.
go off, and off they go to start making the copies. Where to now?
I think I'll probably head back to the trust.
Yeah.
Is any...
All things considered, it's probably looking mid-afternoonish. Or mid to late afternoon. You look up at the sky, L'Oreal, and you get a twinge in your back. Then you shrug it off and carry on your way to the trust. Dayfair.
Hello.
You leave the Wesi Guan and L'Oreal and head your way up to the guardhouse. You see a number of guards sitting outside, a couple of them standing watch. You
what are we? Afternoon time?
Yeah, yeah. Early to mid-afternoon. A couple of the guards stand up as you approach. Hail.
Good afternoon.
Anything we can help you with? Dayfair, right?
That's me, yep. Are you planning to accost me now? Or
no, it's just recognising names from posters that are no longer in effect, apparently.
Does that mean the curfew's off as well, then?
We've not had word back about the curfew yet, but certainly it seems you and your colleagues aren't being looked for anymore. It's nice to know the wanted nature has been lifted, I suppose. Must feel good.
Yeah. Ulysses got what he wanted, so yeah. I don't think he wants much.
See one of them kind of rub him and like nudge him. Say, I fucking told you, like under his breath.
Yeah, he's got what he wanted, so yeah, I think his use for us is gone. He's no longer interested.
Well, kind of makes you think you should probably have hung your heads high sooner, maybe. It probably would have saved all this bollocks, but oh well.
It's not as easy as that, pal. Believe me. If it was, it'd have been done days ago. Trust me.
Yeah, fair enough. I wasn't the wanted one. Yeah. Each to their own.
Anyway, business. That's what the captain's about.
Yeah, I think she's in the guardhouse.
Do you mind if I?
Yeah, in you go.
Fantastic. We'll advance into the guardhouse.
Yeah, you step aside and you make your way in. Sitting behind the desk. Well, as you walk in, you find the familiar desk in front of you. Over to the side, the holding cells that you'd seen that time. And,
the ones that I've probably been in as well.
Well, at one point, yeah. The captain sat behind the desk.
Afternoon.
She kind of looks up, pays you no attention for a second, then does a double take. Well. If it hasn't been some time,
Yeah, I
Who
would have
would have
said hello,
thought,
old friend, but I don't think we were quite on the friendly terms.
Oh, come on,
shall we
I'm a
say.
delight. Well, who would have thought
I mean,
those
no ill will, of
developments from the arena would have seen you wanted men and women? I knew there was something about you lot. Anyway, you're here for a reason.
Yeah, nothing too drastic. I'm not going to try and work my way back in, shall we say. But
You're welcome to
I
stay.
noticed, much as I'd love to, I've got a much comfier bed to sleep in. So I think I'll stay there if that's
Oh.
quite all right.
Shame. Maybe next time, eh?
Yeah, so I'm guessing you guys don't have to answer to Ulysses anymore.
Well, still all a little bit up in the air. But this morning we were all ordered to applaud if we saw him. And then beyond that, he's recalled his deployment, so to speak, and I've been put back in command. Other than that, that's kind of all we're going on. Who knows what's going through his head?
Yeah, I think it's best that it stays that way, actually.
Bless you.
Yeah, I don't think what's in his head is very good or of any use to anyone other than him. So yeah, he can keep his thoughts and whatever's going on up there. Anyway, yeah. So I come with a small request, I guess.
Okay.
I saw some of your guys walking about earlier, still with those dingy-looking robes on. I know it's probably a very strange request from a random civilian, but I don't know.
Well, I think
the
you're a
city
little
needs
more
its-
than a random civilian, Dave, here.
Okay, former criminal, current criminal, lifetime offender, however you want to call it.
Do go on. She pulls up a pad and an imaginary pen.
Regardless, those dingy robes aren't very nice to look at. I appreciate your guys had to wear them while he was here, but it doesn't really. I don't think it's a good look for the city. I think the populace would be a lot more comfortable if the guard went back to wearing their original armors.
I couldn't agree more, but I suppose until I get word from the man upstairs, I wouldn't like to give that order yet. I shall make some inquiries and see if any further missives come through, but that would be the aim, of course, at the earliest convenience. It's not my uniform delegation after all, so the sooner the better, I suppose. But
without a doubt, I have already noticed that the city does appear to be slightly happier with the lack of his followers around. There seems to be a bit more of a buzz, and for the first time in goodness knows how long,
6 months.
the bank was full of tellers today.
Good to see. Good to hear.
Something I haven't seen for a while. But yeah, no,
Well,
just
hopefully change is around the corner then, if things have changed, and who knows what's going on, but perhaps we'll be enlightened soon.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, can we at least drop the robes? Or have you still got to wait?
Again, it's not up to me. I don't want to give that order and then it cause issues.
He
But
put
as
you back
soon
in
as
charge, didn't he?
well, officially, unofficially, he's not said as many words to me, but as I say, the leaving of his contingent and the his captain leaving the barracks has opened up the possibility for sure. But I wouldn't want to give the order and find my men in trouble with him for not wearing his appropriate attire. So I'll make inquiries, and hopefully soon enough I'll be able to give the order.
That's what we like to hear. Just while I'm here, I don't suppose you've got any jobs you need doing. Work's dried up a little.
I mean, you can go out and patrol if you'd like, Dave. I can give you a small fee for wandering around the city.
It's not money I'm after. I just want to be busy.
I don't know, really. I think if things are changing and things are settling in, hopefully the work will come back into play as well. I'd like to see the guilds getting more active, and I don't know. If things are changing, hopefully things will change across the board. And the city will open up again, as you say. I'm sure there'll be plenty to do soon enough. But right now, do I have anything that I need you to do? You could go make me a cup of tea if you'd like.
I'll leave that to your lackeys.
I didn't think so, Dave. Well, you're always welcome. And she nods towards the cage with a smile on her face. Keep out of trouble, won't you?
I'm not making any promises.
We'll be watching from afar. But thanks for the consideration, Dave Fear. It is appreciated.
I want this place back to normal as much as everybody else does. I know it's going to take a while. I know it's not going to be an overnight thing. But who knows? Maybe a little bit of grace from the Ulysses. I'm trying very hard not to insult him.
Oh, well, as a lot of people say, if you've got nothing nice to say, perhaps you shouldn't say anything at all. Less likely to get yourself in trouble that way.
What's the worst that could happen? Spend another night here?
Well, who knows? Maybe there'll be another neatly aligned bodies behind the bank. She winks.
He nods.
Well, anything
they
else,
yours?
Dave Fear?
Were they
Two
yours?
of them were.
My apologies. I know an apology isn't going to bring them back, but it's nature, I feel. Fight or flight, I've heard it called.
I shan't get into a conversation on my opinion of the matter, but you know, these things do happen. It's a risky job after all.
Would it make you feel better if I did spend a night here?
I don't think that would bring them back either, Dave.
Do you wish they'd be back?
Well, I'd never... I mean, it, of course, but those types of magics and the like are few and far between. If only our religious types were more powerful, then perhaps these things would be less of a concern, but unfortunately there's nothing that I can do about it, or anyone that I know, so of course I'd like to see my men unharmed, but...
Dave's just going to stand there and click his fingers, try and make a light. Is there still a magical barrier in here?
Yeah.
So clicking his fingers to try and make a light isn't going to work.
Yeah, magic doesn't work in here as far as you're aware.
Okay. Do you want to come outside with me for a sec?
Are you asking me out, Dave? I'm working.
I'm not asking you out on a date or anything like that. Just come and stand outside so I can show you something.
Fine. She gets up and walks round the back out of sight. A moment or two later, comes through a side door. She's carrying a set of manacles. I'm watching. Go on.
Just take a step outside.
You first.
Okay. Dave's going to walk outside.
Keep an eye, boys. She stands and folds her arms. Go on.
Right. I just need to... I need
If
an
you're
out of
about to
character
do
question.
what I think you're going to do, I think the answer's probably yes, but we'll see.
I need to word it specifically, and I need to figure out whether it's gonna. No, that doesn't work because that's 9th level. I can only do 8th level, can't I? With a wish.
So think about what you want to say and make the wish, and we'll see what happens.
The monkey's paw starts freaking the fuck out.
Don't worry necessarily too much about the mechanics if what I think you're trying to do.
Well,
I'm trying to right a wrong, but only a specific wrong.
So make the wish and see what happens. Think carefully about what you got to say.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm trying to.
And who?
I wish that all of the guards who were killed while Ulysses was running the city, the guards that were under the control of only the guard captain and not Ulysses' ones, be resurrected.
You speak the words, and she kind of lowers her head a little bit. Well, that's a nice thought, Dave here. You see, she gets a little bit glum. If only things were that easy.
She doesn't believe
Anything
it's not
else?
for you.
Anything else?
I think you should just wait a little while longer.
What for?
For something to happen. I mean, you don't necessarily need to wait out here. But
what am I waiting for?
You'll see. Are you aware of highly powerful, very strong magical spells?
To a degree.
Are you aware of a wish spell? Do you know what it is and do you know what it does?
I've heard of it. But of course, those types of magic are rarities. Are you saying that you've just made a wish, Dave? Are you that powerful of a magic user?
I'm not that powerful, but I have been gifted that power.
You see them all chuckle a little bit. Well, go on.
You just have some sort of spasm there, Junior.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's because on my laptop the mouse pad has like numbers on it and stuff.
Brand
if you don't, like, click on
5953457629154305165.
That your
type
variant
in the
number.
numbers that are on there. So
Sorry, that character doesn't exist. Nothing happens. Anyway, go on.
What was even happening?
She said,
So they all
I
started laughing.
appreciate the thought. Yeah, they chuckled at the suggestion that you can wield powerful magic.
It's hard to explain, but I'm trying to right a wrong, and I hope that you'll see the results soon.
Well, I shan't hold my breath, they fear, but if your magics truly are that powerful, then perhaps you should use them to right more important wrongs. But we shall see. Anything else?
And as she turns and walks away, there's a horde of recently resurrected guards marching up the road.
Nope.
How do you know that there were any town guards and they weren't all just cultists?
I know that there was at least two. Because she said there was two of hers.
Give me an intelligence check, Dave.
Great. 21, actually. It's not bad.
Give me a D100, Junior. A 21, Dave Fear. I mean, you don't know necessarily how these things work. I suppose you realise the specifics of them are important. And the fact that you wished that anyone that was killed that was part of the town guard would be resurrected.
What you didn't ask is to dig them up, so they're just there.
Not far off. What you'd have to factor in is where were the bodies taken? And where are they buried? What's happened to them? Were they cremated? Where are they, you know? So you've wished for them to be resurrected, and if it worked, they are still likely wherever they've just been resurrected. In whatever state they were left in.
Well, fuck. The bot's not on, mate, so his D100 isn't working.
The bot is not on, so the D100 is not working. The bot should be on, but the client disconnected due to an unstable connection, which is logical because my internet crashed and I didn't reset it. Give me a moment while the bot reloads. But yes, with a reasonable second thought, I'll at least give you the comforting feeling that you felt the magic express and you feel like it took hold or was paid attention to in whatever capacity. A similar feeling to that of just before all of your memories came back, you got the feeling that the wish and the magic completed. So whatever you wished for, you feel like it worked. But are they just going to walk up the road seconds later after the wish? No. It's likely they've all been resurrected wherever they were.
Some poor undertaker working in the graveyard's going to get shit himself.
Yeah, like it was only a couple of days ago that we fobbed them four off behind the bank.
They might
Surely
still
they're
be
not
arresting the church. You don't know.
Surely they're not dead and buried yet.
Well, they were dead. It depends how efficient the undertakers are. Also,
Guile's still sitting in there.
I mean, Guile's still there.
Guile's still there, so, you know, I'm not holding out a lot of hope for them all being buried.
Also depends if Ulysses took them or Ulysses' lot took them for other continued guard duty. Who knows? Yeah. But safe to say they're not a few seconds walk from the guardhouse. But you feel like whoever and however many
And then just going,
Dave.
fucking hell.
You feel like it worked. Just
All that counts.
You've just got fucking all Ulysses men and then all the 11, and then a couple of them are just like, fuck.
Just turn to each other and
Surrounded
just go,
by zombies.
scaring the other queue, yeah.
Naked.
Naked.
Help me.
Help me. Yeah, so I mean, the wish completed, and we'll leave it at that for now.
Balls.
You should be able to D100 now, Junior.
And this is where you
70.
kill Grant with wild magic.
It's going to do damage, isn't it?
Well, it's not going
Uh,
to.
Oh, for
already-
fuck's sake.
Already shambling.
this is one that, again, doesn't necessarily come into immediate effect. We'll say in the next fight, your movement speed is halved, if you want to make a note of that.
I tell you what,
Yay!
pity it wasn't too high, because that would have been really useful for Brant right now.
What is it? Too higher?
The arcane ward.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, you gain an arcane ward, yeah. 10 HP. So the captain nods towards you. Well, it was a nice thought anyway, Dayfair. And who knows, maybe with a bit of faith, those wishes might come true. She kind of lowers her head a little bit, walks back inside.
Have a little patience.
But
And one of the other guards outside leans forward a bit. That was a nice thought.
it's happened. But if you know where they are, where any of them are, where they were buried, I would know that from my intelligence roll, would I not?
You'd know what, sorry, mate?
That they are actually resurrected, but they're probably where they were. Like
Reasonable
probably in a
assumption at
box.
that point, yeah. I mean, if you'd added the addendum that they've been resurrected and was safely transported to us here now, might have helped. But yeah, you get the feeling that it worked, but
we can't retcon wish spells, no.
nope. That's why the specifics are important.
Did you not learn that the last time?
I mean,
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
yes.
Oh, excuse me.
If like that, they are all alive again.
Yeah, they
I
do.
noticed.
They live on in our hearts, Dave.
No, they live again.
Do you need?
You got a shovel?
What do you mean?
Or have you got a shovel? Do you own a shovel?
Not personally, but there's probably shovels somewhere in the stocks.
Did you lose a friend?
Well, of course, we've lost a number of friends and colleagues.
Do you fancy a dig?
You want to see him again?
I'm not entirely sure what you mean, Dayfair, but if you're insinuating we should go and dig them up, I think you should maybe just go sleep on it before anyone gets upset.
I tell you what, I'll go and dig one up, and when I bring your mate back, maybe you'll grab a shovel and come and help.
This is where you get arrested for grave robbing.
Just a little grave robbing. What's a little harm in it?
Try to get you to just go to bed, Dave. Just if you want to go down that avenue, Dave, then you're more than
Put your
welcome to
hands
spend the
behind
night
your back, sir.
inside.
Put your hands
Yeah.
behind your back.
I'm trying to take a bombastic side eye and pretend I'm not hearing you insinuate you want to go and dig up graves outside the guardhouse, Dave here. I'm sure you trust your magics well, and a lot of things are based on faith, but perhaps we should just cool it before you upset anyone. The thought was nice. It's appreciated. But, yeah. Maybe next time.
Why am I contemplating using the other one?
Don't waste it.
just to prove a point. Like, fuck you.
Don't waste your wish on me.
I'm already a man inside a box. Help me,
God,
help me.
Yeah.
The wish that you just used was a bit silly in the first place.
Listen, you little shit, right?
Listen,
Man's just saved X amount of lives that he
Yeah.
probably ended most of in the first place. I'll make
They're
repentance
probably
somehow.
hit the ground as dust.
Like the one I threw a bucket
Dust.
of shit at.
Anybody? No. Dust.
imagine
Anybody?
you wake up in a coffin, someone's digging you out, you're so thankful, and after it opens, there's the guy who threw shit at you before he's fucking ripped into shit. I'd just be like, just close the coffin, mate. Just close it. I can't do this again.
I fucking hate wizards. You kill me. You bring me
You
back
know
to
what?
life. You
If it
dash
is
a
that
bucket of
guy,
shit at me.
open the coffin, look him dead in the
Won't
eye when you pull your pants down and start squatting on him.
Won't my torment end?
It's like,
Slowly pull a bucket
You
into
thought-
view.
you thought it was over.
Double dash.
For round 2. Yeah.
Aren't you lucky this one's been fermenting?
Oh, foul.
Fuck it, I'm going home.
Dave heads his way back to the trust.
Oh, does he?
I tried, alright?
Sometime later, Wesi Guan returns. New shiny piece of adornment in his hand. He goes to his room. Short time later, L'Oreal returns. Map drawing success. And once again, you're all back in home base.
Okay, so what did everybody do today?
Well, I've been to the library and they are going to make some copies for the maps.
Oh, that's
which
very
ends-
nice.
Hopefully they'll find them useful. They were
Did-
quite...
Hold up,
surprised.
before you go on. Did you make them public?
Yes, I've left one at the library, but I made sure to put my name on it.
I'm not sure if anybody else is picking up what you're putting down, but anybody else think that's a bad idea?
Dave
Ulysses?
shrugs.
No?
I mean, he knows he's been there.
Yeah, he's been there. He knows the island probably better than anyone.
Well,
I
now
have-
he
has he not-
knows, we know.
Okay, I
L'Oreal.
mean, whatever.
L'Oreal, you get a twinge in your back.
Sorry, just feeling a bit somewhat off.
A bit hairy.
That's very rude.
Oh no.
Is everything
no.
all right?
You need shit.
No. I hope it's not tonight. It could be an issue. I might need to leave.
We or you?
Me.
It's
We don't have my manacles yet.
I
Yeah.
forgot about those. Maybe we should go ask if we do them.
And be quick. What time is it now?
After everyone's finished their jaunts about the city, it's probably about 6 o'clock.
Very fast. I go do it, okay?
If you can, I'm gonna start making my way towards the city gates.
Which one?
Hang on, where's the nearest ones? I'm gonna head towards the ones just above the guilds to head out into the forest.
Okay, see you there. Love you.
Okay.
And Kitty runs.
I will
She
use
runs
my
back really
ring of
quick.
invisibility to get towards.
Yeah, she's gonna run back really quick and go, Brant, you in charge, okay? And she's gonna run out again.
Okay.
But thinking about it though, but just before we go, I should still be too tired for this.
I mean,
Of course, I'm going to
Kitty's
go
job,
anyway.
so.
Yeah. Where are you going, Kitty?
I know it, but
Give me an intelligence check or a history check. See if you can remember where you were actually going to go or what you were going to do.
which one do you want, intelligence or history?
Whatever. So they should be the same, I suppose. Well, no, because obviously history would add your history modifier. Yeah, just do history. See if you can remember in the moment. You run outside.
17.
17. You recall L'Oreal had mentioned that she was getting manacles made at the armourers.
Then I am going to the armourers. I probably went that way and I went, actually, no, I went that way.
Scurried about, running outside. Armourers!
Yeah. So you've done that literally outside the corner trust because it's because the armourers is next door, pretty much.
Next door, yeah. So
run past.
You see the familiar glow from the interior of the McCorrin twins' estate. You head inside the armourer's building.
Still running, yeah.
You run in.
I get very
Feel
up
a
close
nice
and
warmth.
personal. It's very cozy, yes. I get very up close and personal to the first person that is there.
You don't see anyone at the front desk.
There's a desk.
It's kind of like, the front kind of, as much as a desk could be in an armoury.
Okay, so
where they do business bit.
Right up to that desk, stop, and then just knock on the desk and go, hello?
All right, 2 secs.
Oh no, it's very urgent. Please, no, 1 sec.
Here, a couple of heavy footfalls. Hello?
Hello, I assume that manacles have been ordered and I am here to pick them up.
Oh, aye, for the young lady.
Yeah.
The silvery ones.
Yeah, yes.
They're about done.
Can they be done?
Well, we were going to finish them off for tonight, ready for tomorrow. We were told ready for the full moon, which
It is not
should
full
be.
moon.
Well, that's tomorrow.
Just in case, how long do you think if we really hurried it up?
Well, if we crack on now, it'll probably be an hour or two.
Okay, I guess I am limited on choice here.
I mean, we can finish them, but we thought it's. I mean, as far as a set of miracles for a horse goes.
You know what? I am
didn't-
just across the road. Bear with me. Just gonna run back to the trust.
Right. Watches you run out. Busting the
Okay.
door.
L'Oreal still here?
No, she's just left.
Peace.
Thinking
Okay.
about it, I would not have gone invisible because there's no point.
To go that. Okay. Gonna run down and try and find L'Oreal.
Were you dashing, L'Oreal?
No.
Okay. So you start running down the road and you catch up with her halfway to the guilds.
I'm just sort of gonna keep jogging in the spot next to her and just go. Apparently, full moon tomorrow, and the manacles be ready in about an hour or so. If you really rush it, do we want to do that?
It's not tonight.
No.
You get a twinge in your back, L'Oreal.
This feels really uncomfortable, though. We're going to go back to the trust.
Okay.
And I'm going to need you to have a look at my back when we get back. Because something.
Okay. You want me to go back to that place though and say that we want it done within an hour, or we can wait until tomorrow?
Just to be safe, if they can get it done in the hour, just in case.
Okay, I'll see you back at the trust. Love you.
Okay, love you too.
I'll see you back. And run back to the armorers.
Yeah, you hear tink, tink, tink in the back.
And run right up again. Knock, knock, knock. Hello.
Aye. Tink, tink.
If we can have it done in an hour, that would be absolutely perfect. Much love for you.
Aye, I mean, this final link could be a bit not as pretty, but it can be done. Is it desperate?
It's
How do you
desperate,
control
yeah.
your horse?
No, the horse is very crazy. We actually call it crazy horsey.
Right. Okay. I'll do my best.
Thank
Come
you.
back
Like I
in an
say,
hour.
it doesn't need to be pretty. Horse is literally foaming at the mouth. It's crazy, I tell you.
Why don't you put it down?
Because
Get
it's
a
our
new
horse. No, it's family.
Right.
If your
Tink,
brother starts foaming,
tink,
why's my camera
tink.
going weird? If your brother go crazy and start foaming, you don't just put him down. It's stupid.
Right. Okay. My brother's not a pet, but that's a different scenario.
The horse is not the
Anyway,
pet. The horse is family.
Tink, tink, tink.
Okay, love you. See you in an hour.
Aye.
Say it back.
What?
I
Tink,
love you. Say it back.
tink. I love you. Say it back.
Thank
Tink,
you.
tink.
That's very kind. And I'm just gonna walk back to the trust now. There's no point running. I've got my 10,000 steps in for the day.
I'm probably just getting back into the trust as you come back.
Yeah.
So, L'Oreal, he thinks you're a horse.
Question: how did you find out about the full moon?
He said it was tomorrow.
I'm just wondering if he's maybe twigged. But
Well, I don't know why he would bring up a horse then.
I think he's just covering. I mean, why would he mention a full moon for no reason?
I do not know. I do not think I remember conversations.
Well, I might have to go into the cellar anyway.
Oh, that's okay. We can check on the beer at the same time. It's like a one bird, two stone thing, you know?
Can you have a look at this on my back, though? Just because something
Yeah,
doesn't
that's fine.
right. And I'll just lift up my shirt.
Outside?
No, we're back inside now.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right. Have a wander over the back. What do I see, my dear pigeon?
Between the shoulder blades, you see the remnants of a scar drawn, or a claw drawn scar, essentially in the shape of an asterisk. Between the shoulder blades. What was essentially cauterized at the time and mostly healed up and settled looks a little bit inflamed. Not like
I like it.
infected, inflamed, but like doesn't look like a scar that's settled, so to speak, you know. It's a little bit red round edges.
I do not recently think you got into a fight, but it very much so looks like you have here.
Maybe I should question. What was his name? Vincenzo, was it?
Vincenzo.
Yeah. Perhaps it's maybe a warning that a full moon is coming soon.
Oh, an early warning system. We could do with one of those if ever they existed.
I mean, I have the stone to contact them, so
That would be handy. It may as well do it.
yeah. It's worth asking. Thank you anyway, Kitty. You've been massive help.
That's okay. Your skin very smooth. It's very nice.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You get boyfriend soon. It'd be very nice.
Thinks back to Raoul.
Yeah, just walks off, not even looking.
Not even going to put a second thought on it. Oh, so not in her vocabulary.
I'm going to go to my room to send a message.
Send a message.
Yes.
Go back to the bar and just go, everybody in their room today. Fancy special. Except you, Brent. You're being good. And Dave maybe a little bit, but
Brant stood by the bar.
Fran's just been sort of sitting there,
Half
just
dead.
running
Trying to
pipes
stay on
back,
his feet.
making tea, serving customers with a grit on his face.
A 99
maybe you
year
need to
old.
smile a little bit more, though. You know, the customers need the happy face.
Wezzy Guan, you successfully attuned to your ringy poo.
Yeah.
Have you done a home brizzle, Vol?
Yes, mate. Yeah, it's all done.
Yep.
Right, toe.
I'm just gonna run back downstairs and try and help Brant with serving things and doing that because he looks like he's struggling a little bit.
About to die.
It's fine.
Old man needs a nap.
Yeah, so you go to your room, L'Oreal.
And pull out the sending stone and just Vincenzo. Back scar. Irritated today. A full moon is not until tomorrow. Is this a early warning before transformation?
You wait for a minute, passes by, and then a voice comes back through. I've not heard of that. I didn't expect to hear from you. What happened with your first time?
Reply back. Felt like I died. No memory of transformation. Woke up. Changed. I'm now wood elf instead of half elf.
Another 30 seconds pass. Sounds like you did die. I think we need to have a deeper conversation another time. Prepare yourself for the coming moon.
I have ordered silver shackles and have a cellar to hide in. Hopefully it will be suitable. Hope your hunts go well.
This time the beard's voice comes through. The hunts are always well. He's caught up with a fiend at the moment. Stay safe.
Have fun.
The last one doesn't go through.
Okay. Okay, so I'll head back downstairs and... okay, so it's like this is not heard of before. They're going to need to come and have a chat with me, so I don't know when they will be turning up.
Okay. I mean, it isn't in. Anybody welcome?
But they still told me to prepare for tomorrow night.
Okay, I mean, we can spend the night when we close up, moving things around the cellar. Gonna look at Brent at that one and go, no cage though.
No cage,
No cage.
but manacles are fine.
Ah, I see. Everybody come to kitty way of thinking. Very nice. Why are you taking
hour.
break anyway? Clean the glasses.
Leave him be, kitties. Look at him. He's like basically a walking corpse.
You know what I heard once when I was looking in at another inn? You got time to lean, you got time to clean.
He can't help it though. Look at him.
But I mean, he might as well clean while he leaned then. I mean, if we put like a little cloth on his elbow.
He's just going around using prestidigitation to just clean stuff and sort things out.
The
Right.
trust has never been cleaner.
We run a hygiene establishment.
I'm going to get ready. Pop myself up behind the bar. Cleaning glasses. Serving anyone that needs.
L'Oreal,
Yes, kitty.
what do you think no one applied for job yet?
I think we just need the word to get out more that the place is open for business. I mean, we've got a few customers. Perhaps the word will spread.
Do you need to ask people on the street? Is that how this works?
Or you could make some flyers and hand them out.
What is flyer?
You know, pieces of paper with corner trust back open.
That sounds expensive. Why would do that?
Because it attracts more business.
But we're like the only inn here.
No, there's others.
Yeah, but they shit.
But the last other people knew is that they were open.
But the people here, they know we're open. Why does nobody else know?
There's a fella sat at one of the tables who's had a good couple of pints. Kind of sways a little bit as he sips. two things.
Oh, yes, Jeffrey.
You lot talk far too much
Oh, thank you.
bollocks.
Oh,
And the other thing, you could probably hire that knob with a bell. Fucking wakes me up every morning.
Oh. Slip a few coins to the town crier, get him to.
okay, Jeffrey, we need to go back to the first point, though.
What?
What do you mean by we talk bollocks?
Oh, you know, you don't shut up about stuff that's confusing.
Jeffrey, I do not understand if you do not know the common tongue, but everything we have been saying has been quite intellectual.
He does have a point.
What do you mean?
I mean, most of our business we shouldn't really be talking out in public.
Well, I don't start it.
I couldn't help but notice, miss, your skin does look quite smooth.
Oh, see what I mean? Maybe Jeffrey be your boyfriend. It's quite nice.
I'm okay right now.
Oh, Jeffrey, have you got wife?
Me?
Yes.
He kind of pushes back his straw hat and smiles a little laugh. He's got like 3 teeth. Not yet.
Oh, see, not yet. He's in the market.
Not this one.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Jeffrey.
I'm a bit busy for that right now.
She is adventurer. She is always away. It wouldn't do you much good.
Anyway, thanks for the drinks. I'm
No,
gonna
thank
go
you.
back home.
Okay, Jeffrey, love you.
He walks to the door. Her name's Baron.
You're a what?
Walks out the door.
Baron?
He's a
Baron Harry
baron.
Van Rungen.
I'm just gonna go to the door and go, sorry, Baron Jeffrey, I love you.
I said fucking Marin.
He's a fucking baron. That sounds quite far up there.
You see, he turns around a bit too quick. Listen, falls over. A couple of the guards
You have safe
walk
travel,
over.
Jeffrey. Love you. Gonna go back in and just go, we don't need flyers. We get barons.
Yeah, maybe we'll just see the town crier.
I'll have a word with the town crier. That's no problem. He seemed quite a nice chap. Wes, do you want a little... Do you need something to stand on when you're serving things? Can't notice that you're leaning up a little bit.
He does look a bit
Maybe.
short behind that bar.
That's okay. You know what? We're also tomorrow going to make some sort of little stool there so everybody can do their part.
We just get them macarons to make him some leg extensions.
Nefir, I noticed that you're talking, but I've noticed you've not done anything since you got back.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Pourquoi? Sorry, that's not even a thing. But why?
Draconic.
Pourquoi?
Pourquoi?
But why?
I might have tried to do something good,
Oh, okay.
but kind of didn't work how I wanted it to.
Okay, now I need to know.
So you know when the cards came out,
Yes.
I got some wishes.
Oh, very nice. What you do?
Oh, wow.
The first one, you guys all felt the benefit of.
Did I?
You remember what happened on the island?
Oh, it's you. You're very clever.
Oh, no, Kitty, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm really not.
I
Made a
feel like
mistake.
there's... Okay, here it comes.
I used a wish to resurrect all the guards that we killed
Why is that
because
a
I
bad
felt
thing?
bad about it.
Well, that's a very nice thing. You should not feel bad for that.
Yeah, it is a nice thing, but the only problem is they're all 6 foot deep in coffins or in dust form
Oh,
now.
Daphir, and you just leave them there.
Well, I did say about going to dig them up, but the guards seemed a little bit against that.
ah,
It's going to turn very slowly to L'Oreal and sort of go, okay, what do we do?
Grant just undoes his apron, puts it on the counter, and walks out. And heads over to the church.
Ah,
and you may have to go with him because I can't. If that.
okay, that's fine. In 1 hour or so, you go back to the hours, you pick up your manacles. I'm going to go with Brent. Dayfair, you either come. No, not Dayfair, you are coming with me. Wes, are you coming too?
Sure, why not?
Don't leave me here alone.
Okay, which one of you is staying?
Wes, you stay here, man the bar. I'll go and talk to God.
Ah, gonna. I was about to say I would take off my apron as well, but it's actually a part of my dress, and I can't do that.
It's built in.
It's not built in; it just completes the look. All right. Uh,
The Luke.
just gonna quickly sort of bat fucking Daffy on the shoulder and just go, "Come on now, let's go." I feel like I'm mother
Okay.
to all of you right now. And yeah, out the door and catching up with Brent. Gonna cozy up beside him and go, okay, what do we do?
Do you have shovels?
Why would I have a shovel?
Well, we're going to have to go get the guards, aren't we?
Okay, where would we get shovels?
There'll be some at the churches.
Where would
Probably
the
the
church have a
church, yeah.
shovel?
Yeah, they deal with all burials and stuff.
Oh, okay, very clever. Let's go.
So I get berated for talking about fucking grave digging. Now every fucker wants to do it, and it's fine.
Yeah, getting in on this action. Some
I
nice
mean-
I see how it
gold
is.
teeth.
Is it grave digging if they're alive?
Now
Because there's
it's a
grave digging. Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah,
grave
it's a
digging.
rescue mission. Yeah.
Rescue mission.
A very thin line.
Yeah, I mean, the beratement came from the guards, Dave. I mean, talking to your mates about it's a different situation.
knowing full
All right.
well that you've had wishes and how powerful they are.
To the church!
Brent, I can't have the notice you're going very slow. Would you like a piggyback?
Yes, please.
Okay, get on.
Clamber onto the back of Kitty.
Give me an athletics check, Kitty.
You fall off, you
97.
die.
Athletics, you say? That would.
Ba, ba, ba,
That's a
ba.
19. Sorry, I can't figure if that's a 19 or a 16. This is a really Chinese dice. I'm going to call it a 16 just for the sake of. 25.
Yeah. Brant hobbles on. And off you go. You get to the churches.
Go to the Orpheus lots, the ones that handle the burials.
Yeah, you head up to the church. As you all walk in, they have their hands
Brothers.
up over their eyes.
I do the hand over the eyes as well. And I'll say, hello, we have a bit of an emergency. Could I have a list of the names and locations of guards that have passed away in the past? How long would you say, Dave? A week?
Since we've been back.
Let's say a month then. A month on a bit too long. Let's say 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2
Guards
weeks
that
or
have
so.
passed. Yeah. Just the locations of the guards that passed away.
Give me an intelligence check, Dave. This has also got a bit of an out of character element to it.
16.
Because I can't remember, in honest reflection, if the specifics of Dave's wish was to cover the last couple of weeks, or if it or if
It
you
was just
mentioned
all-
since
it was-
Ulysses
I
took
said
over.
since Ulysses took over, all the guards that we've killed.
We've killed.
but only guards.
Did
that
you
were
say
under the
we've
command-
killed?
Or I've killed one or the other. I mean,
Or
I've
did you say or has died? See, that's where I'm a little bit fucked on it.
I think the word was killed. It was definitely killed. Unsure if it was I or we. But I know I personally fobbed off 3 and then had a hand in the other 4. So there's probably going to be at least 7.
But you did say only guards that were under the command of that captain of the guard.
Of the city guard as opposed to Ulysses, yeah. So there's 7 that I've killed. Up to you to decipher. Well, there was at least 2 from behind the bank. So however many was in the group of 3 in the guard tower when I chucked shit at them.
That were city guard, not
Well, I
Ulysses.
could specify these are the conditions we're looking for, how they died. Try and narrow it down.
Okay, we're just gonna have to bear with me for a couple of minutes. Because I feel like in this circumstance,
You need to look back at the
I need to look back at the VOD, which I might need help doing because my internet's
Alright.
pish at the best of times when I'm not fucking fully using my bandwidth.
Give me a second.
If we could all just come back to this once Dafier's got the exact wording. We've got to stretch everybody and a hydrate from Mighty Mouth.
Was it before or after break? It was after break, wasn't it? Before the
It was
crash.
after break.
It's
After
after
break.
break.
Yeah.
Before the crash.
Do apologise, chat. I think we need to get this right because of the specifics of the situation could determine some very important details. The fundamentals are there of there is a number of guards resurrected, but I need to know the exact wording because it'll determine what has happened.
Right. So it was after the crash.
Yeah, because Wes went to the magic shop, we crashed. Then we did L'Oreal in the library, and then Dave.
Yeah.
So mute that. Current broadcast. Go back to like there. Unmute.
If anyone needs a pee pee poo poo while we find this, now's the time.
Okay, Captain sat behind the desk. Uh, 29, 30. Magic doesn't work. Right, okay. Right. Stop. Go back just a tad. Can I copy
Enhance.
video at current time?
It's hot.
You might just have to look
Right.
at the current time.
I'm going to read back to you now as I said it. Okay?
Okay.
Make the wish and see what happens, bitch said.
I wish. I'm going to try and type along.
I wish that all of the guards who were killed while Ulysses was running the city, guards that were under the control of only the guard captain, not Ulysses' ones, be resurrected.
See? I fucking,
Biggie muted.
I told you.
We got a lot of digging.
I told you. So I wish that all of the guards who were killed while Ulysses was running the city. See, it wasn't that you killed, it was all of the guards that were killed while Ulysses was running the city.
Yeah,
Which
emphasis
has
on the word killed, not died by natural causes and bullshit.
Well,
Yeah.
once we dig one up, we send him to the garden. They're like, "Oh shit, he's alive," and he says, "Yeah, we need fucking help.
Yeah,
We just
we'll
need
do
one person to pop up alive, and that's it."
What do you
so.
want me to do? Roll a D100?
Oh no, you don't have to worry about that, mate. I told you the specifics are very important, and I wanted to double check it because you definitely didn't say that we've killed. It was all of them that have been killed since Ulysses has been in control. So, are you still muted, Biggie?
Have you been keeping track?
Oh, I know. Hence the very importance of the specifics.
Well, fuck.
You go in and you ask for the names and like numbers of guards that have died or whatever.
Been killed, not died.
Been
just
been killed. Well, without metagaming, now you know exactly the wording. What did you say the first time you went in? The last 2 weeks?
Last 2 weeks since.
But it's
yeah.
not been 2 weeks. It's been 6
Gods.
months since he's been in charge.
Well, fuck.
Oh, damn.
It's fine.
But you did say only
What we
guard.
don't know ain't gonna hurt us.
I mean, we're all not going to bed tonight. We're all having about 17 points of exhaustion.
Yeah, you fucking think.
I'm not there. Oh, well. Carry on.
I'm
So
not there either.
the priest, he takes a moment. He says, "Oh, okay, calm down. I know it's an emergency. Dave Fear, I do apologise, but I have to ask, under whose authority is the request?"
Mine.
Again, apologies. Names and details of the deaths of the guards of the city isn't just a civilian choice.
Kitty
Allow
is
me to
typing
enlighten you, brother.
Okay.
You remember when I was here earlier?
Yes.
I communed with our father.
Yes, we were all here.
You are aware that his presence was here and his presence was felt.
Yes.
Under his guidance, I have resurrected the guards that have died. Now, as you will be very aware, everyone who dies is buried. This is why we need to know where they are, so that we can find them and allow them to live their lives again.
Give me a persuasion or deception and give me the number. Don't tell me which.
Wonderful. Just bear with me. I am using a thing.
A
When I can
what?
find. I can't tell you what it is because it's going to give away what I'm rolling. But I'm using a thing that gives me a bonus to a roll. No, I'm not. because it's not there. Oh, don't tell me I've lost it.
Oh no, not losing
Oh
your
no,
warlock
okay, yeah, no,
tints.
I'm channeling divinity. I just had it and I lost it again. I was trying to find the channel divinity checkbox.
I mean, the persuasion deception
Yeah.
thing matters more for like player to player interactions. So you
Okay.
don't know whether you're lying or telling the truth. To the DM, you can just tell me which, I suppose.
39
Okay.
in a persuasion check.
Or
you can have 34 in a deception.
He kind of looks around a little. Okay. Again, it's not within our remit to offer this type of information out. The logs of the obituaries of deaths is recorded and is ultimately public knowledge, but since Ulysses took over, things have been kept a little more private amongst the guards. So please excuse our caution. And not that I'd recommend any subterfuge or untruths, but please don't necessarily say that it was us that gave you the information. If to be questioned, that would be appreciated. And he goes up to the shrine and unlocks one of the drawers and opens it out and takes out a rolled parchment, unrolls it back up, goes into another one, unrolls it. A couple of scrolls later, he unrolls one. A track and a log was made because of the circumstances of Ulysses' additional monstrosities, so to speak. We were privy to the information and the nefarious means in which these additional units were acquired. He unrolls the scroll, and as you get a scooch over, a closer look, you can see that there are 56 names on the list of guards that have been listed as died in the last 6 months since Ulysses took over.
I understand what you are saying here, sir, but are they under the ground or are they above the ground?
Well, some of them, certainly the more recent ones, are likely still likely have been buried recently. A lot of them were, unfortunately, it takes a second, put back to use.
Well, it's not unlucky. That's right now quite the lucky ones.
Well, however you want to look at it, it seems that there is likely a number who are wherever the additional guards were being kept. And there is likely, goes through the list, approximately 13 who were more recently buried.
Okay, we start with them. Oh, yes. Also, they say you have shovels here.
Of course, yes, outside in the shed.
Oh, thank you.
I know where they are, Kitty.
We'll be borrowing
Yeah.
a few.
So just
Ask no questions, hear no lies.
Oh, it's very good. It's a very clever way of doing things.
just looking at this spell page, that are we going by the resurrection spell? Yeah.
You stipulated resurrected.
So that's as per resurrection, yeah.
Remind me of the wording.
Well, I asked them to be resurrected, so it would come
just remind me of the wording
resurrection.
of the spell.
Well, you touch a dead creature that's been dead for no more than a century, that didn't die of old age and isn't undead. That's the only bit I was focusing on, because if they've been repurposed, as these guys have said, then the
It won't
ones
work.
that are undead and serving under Ulysses aren't going to be affected by it anyway.
Yeah. So no, it's not exactly as per the spell.
So what you're saying is you're just making it up as you go along.
To a degree, yes, because ultimately it's a wish that was on the spot.
Right. So Ulysses had undead. He's now got actual men, and we've got to go and find 13 recent ones plus however many others. Or is it just it was 13 the final number of how many are
13
not
was the
undead?
number of more recently buried. 56 was the total guards that have been recorded died in the last 6 months. How many of them were quote unquote killed in the specifics of the wish, you don't know yet.
Okay.
But considering the nefarious means, well, who knows without just telling you exactly what happened.
We're going for a dig then.
Mm-hmm.
So you go out to the shed, you acquire some shovels, and you start. Well, what next?
Head to wherever they're buried.
Go find the plot where they're buried.
Which would be the graveyard.
Okay, so we
It's
are
a bit
going
of
to
a
leave the
walk.
churches, and we are going to exit the city above the guilds, because we're not walking past the guardhouse with shovels.
What move?
We're gonna.
The brain. It is being used. I was anticipating the
Just
Dave,
like
you know-
Dave and a group of guys with shovels just walk past the
What
guards.
is-
Like, "You all right?"
you know how we said to just drop it, Dave? Yeah. Where are you going? With the shovels. Northward bound. So yes, very wise. Out of the guardhouse. Above the guilds.
Up north into the graveyard.
Up north
Round the
towards
outside
the
of the city.
graveyard. Round the outside. Round the outside. You head up towards the graveyard. It takes you a good 2 hours to get from the churches to the graveyard. And you make it there using the information given by the scrolls. You can find the area. Give me an investigation check.
All of us, just me.
Whoever wants to start looking around.
Great.
Oh, 9.
19.
Brant seems to struggle in his dilapidated state to
Half dead,
find
half alive.
correspond any of the names. Man just tazzing about for the life of him with 1 HP, living the dream. 1
Well,
HP
on
and
the-
a death ward, it's all you need.
On the plus side, when we dig one of these boys out, we just chuck him in.
I'm just climbing myself.
Fuck this.
Just fucking end it,
yeah.
please.
Dave with a 19, you find the first corresponding name to grave.
Diggy diggy hole.
Give me an athletics check.
10?
10. It takes you like a good 15, 20 minutes. And I mean, unless you're not digging it alone.
He's not taking it alone.
No,
I wasn't sure whether you guys were going for your own graves or you're all on the same one.
No, we're just doing one at a time.
I don't think I can lift a shovel.
Yeah, you dig. Diggy, diggy, dig, diggy, dig, 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 clonk.
I'm going to lean down onto it and just go, hello?
Get him out! Get him out!
Yes, I think he's most certainly alive. I'll rip open the casket.
Yeah, I won't make you roll. You just kitty arms, pop the lid. What the fuck is going on?
Hello, welcome back.
He kind of shuffles out and backs up. Bolloco.
Do they not bury you with clothes?
He leans back into the coffin and grabs the clothes that had melted off his dead rotted corpse, and slides them back on.
I'm going to reach into my backpack and give him the common clothes I have.
He starts getting dressed. I can't even begin to comprehend what the fuck's going on.
What I would say right now is do not think about it, but how do you feel physically?
He looks down. I feel like I've just crawled out of a coffin after
Well, you didn't.
barely being able to breathe for what felt like hours.
Yes, well, that part is actually
Pitch
true.
darkness.
Now, you wouldn't want your friends to be like that, would you?
What? What are you on about?
Just gonna hand him a shovel and go, come on, we have work.
Wait, no, send him back to the guards to get more help.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea. You remember where the guards are?
On the cliff top?
I'm
The
gonna
barracks
stare.
in
The
town.
barracks. At the barracks.
Oh, yeah. What is going on?
All we need you to do is go back to the barracks, go see your captain, and say, oh, look, I'm alive. And then go, by the way, there's probably a lot, who are still also alive and need help. You can
He
do that.
throws up.
I don't know how you did that. You haven't eaten in weeks.
It's just bile and mostly dry heaving.
You know what's going to be easier? I'm just going to take him, okay?
Alright, you take him, I'll keep digging.
Okay, come here, baby boy. I'm gonna...
But who are you? He backs up as you approach him.
I don't care how much he can only back up so much in a fucking coffin, lad.
I mean, he climbed out of the coffin. He's just...
Yeah, you've got another 6 foot to get through. I'm just gonna gently take him and pick him up and just go, don't worry. Yeti has you.
Because that's not fucking ominous
Oh,
at all.
get
is it?
He's just heavy breathing and starts crying. What the fuck?
I
What
don't
the fuck's going on?
Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Before I get out the big old hole
Clamber out the hole.
and going to run with who I am now calling baby boy in my arms to the barracks.
We're going for a jog.
We're not going for a jog. We're going for a run. He better be prepared to shit himself.
Oh dear. So you start running back towards the barracks.
Yes.
Okay. It's going to take you which way are you going?
The way of the barracks.
To the nearest
quickest
guard
way.
tower? Or the way you
The nearest
came?
guard tower is like once you get there, they can
Yes.
call.
That'll do.
They can call it in.
Wherever there
Right.
are guards.
So you head towards the nearest guard tower. It's going to take you about 10 minutes to run it.
Okie dokie. I'm going to lean over to him while I'm running and just go, by the way, if you see a mouse, he's very friendly. Don't try and attack, okay?
It's just whimpering, heavy breathing.
No,
In
he's
your
such a
arms.
cute little baby boy.
L'Oreal, you have a twinge in your back. Terrafae, give me another investigation check.
5.
You're struggling to correspond any names. Brant, give me an investigation check.
Please have higher intelligence than me.
It's a 19. What'd you say again?
Investigation.
21.
The sun's very much going down at this point, by the way, for clarity. So it's getting a bit dark. Brant.
I'm gonna head out to the armorers.
Okay.
As though I'm literally gonna wait for them to finish.
Yeah. Easy enough. You head in. The manacles are on the desk, ready. All right, miss. Your friend came in, said there was a rush. Your crazy horse needed manacles.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
I'm glad I've done. Thank you.
I
These
won't
will be-
pry any further, but good luck.
Thank you. When you spoke to my friend, you mentioned the full moon. Was there any particular reason for that?
Out of character. I can't remember if you'd mentioned the full moon. I thought you were trying to get it. I thought you'd asked when the full moon was, and you were trying to get it done
Not to him.
in a few days.
I asked it to the head of one of the guilds.
Yeah.
Right.
The druid. Actually, the druid in Boren's group.
Oh, of course, yeah. But I thought because you were asking how long it'd take to get it done. I thought there was mention of the moon to the fella. Never mind. No real reason. Just yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Thank you for.
We'll just brush that one under the carpet. DM mistake, I suppose. I thought there was a mention of the moon. So he was just innocent, certainly innocently just saying he thought it was a job that needed doing before the full moon, basically.
Thank you anyway. I can't remember. Did we pay before or?
We did, yeah. A
Yeah.
lot of fucking time stood in the fucking shop pouring gold out of the bag.
Thank you again for these. We know where to come if we ever need anything.
Of course, I do like a custom job. We're always about.
Thank you again. And I'll walk back to the trust. Walk in. Is there any customers still around?
There's no customers at this point.
Right. Wes, we're gonna close up for the night, just in case.
Alright.
You go and lock the
Okay.
door, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
go and head down into the cellar. Can you come and meet me once you've done that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
Wes
lock-
goes and locks up. L'Oreal, you head down into the cellar.
And I'll look at.
Wes puts the bolt through and heads downstairs to meet up with L'Oreal.
Like, can you help me put these on. I want to be ready just in case I do start to change and timings are all off.
Hmm.
And once it's done, head back up and lock the cellar.
Yeah, I'll go do that now.
Don't come down until you hear my voice.
Okay.
So you put the 2 round the legs, the 2 round the wrists, the chain round the neck, all joined together with chains.
Hmm.
L'Oreal, suppose you sit down
Sitting
up against one of the...
Anxious as fuck about what's potentially going to happen.
Wes goes back upstairs, locks the cellar. Doing anything else, Wes?
Nah, I'll wait at the top of the stairs.
Stay nearby, nervously anticipating. Yeah, so back in the graveyard. What did you roll, Brent?
21.
Yeah, 21. Over the course of the next 20 minutes, you find a couple more. You'd think that they'd just very recently deceased in a row, but the more you think about it and the way things are laid out, it's actually very inefficient. And these plots are kind of spread out where there's a gap. But you managed to find 2 more. Spend some time digging them up.
Sit them down inside, give them a chance to breathe, tell them they're back to the world of the living.
Yeah, so the first box you pop, similar reaction. Panicked. What's going on? Who are you? Pats about looking for something and then realising it's futile. Kind of realises that you've just dug him up and... what's going on? I feel like I woke up from a nightmare in the dark and could barely breathe. Felt like I was...
Well, bad news is you died. Good news is you're back again. Do
He
you
looks
remember?
around
What's the
and...
last you remember?
I remember being on the cliff top and being approached by a number of those bastards in robes. And he kind of locks you up and down looking for robes. You're not with them, are you? He balls up a fist.
Oh God, no. No,
No.
we're quite very much opposed to what they're doing. I must warn you, it sounds like you died when this all kicked off. There are road figures in the city, but as far as we can tell, these are just your fellow town guards. The actual people who attacked you were gone.
Right. You can see him well up a little bit and wipe sweat from his brow. Are there more? And he looks around at the other dug hole.
Well, we have a list of names to get through. We found a couple of you before.
Quickly, let me look. He grabs Kitty's shovel. This guy's a little bit more built and seems a little bit more well-rounded in comparison to the first, slightly younger, quite clearly got shit on guy. He looks and has a look around and finds a corresponding name and just starts digging. Bolloco still.
I am going to send a. Actually, I better check if I can actually do that, because I was going to send a message to Kitty to say, please bring clothes. Yes, I'll do that.
Kitty, you hear Brant's voice in the back of your head. Please bring clothes.
Please bring clothes, Kitty. Love you. So I know she likes that.
I don't know if I've arrived at the guards as yet.
Yeah, you were about getting to the guard tower.
I'm just going to stop hearing Brant's voice and just go, "Ah," and then make my way to the guards.
Sorry, say one more. You broke up with the.
I'm just going to sort of stop and go, you say you love me. And then make my way into the guards.
Yeah, you knock on the guard tower.
Await response.
Hail.
Hello.
State your business.
Oh, this is one of your guards who died not all that long ago. He's alive again. There are many more of them, but we need help digging them up.
And the guard turns his head. Oh my god. And they open the guard tower door. Two dudes with spears just aim towards you carefully. Not carefully, but but like not threateningly, but they've got them ready. This random person turning up with a guy that was dead.
I'm going to look at him and put my hand over. Go, no, the baby boy, he already spooked enough. He does not need this.
Okay. Quickly, make haste. Make a moon with the barracks.
Oh, also, they need clothes. Please ask them for clothes.
He pulls out his sending stone. Send units to the graveyard. Bring spare clothes. Don't ask questions.
And shovels.
Immediately. And shovels.
Okay, thank
Voice
you.
comes through. Received?
I'm just going to gently place down the guard that I've been carrying.
He just goes into fetal.
Unfortunately, the whole scenario has not been very good for him, and if you do know him, maybe it is time to give him a little comfort, yeah?
Yeah, one of them goes and grabs a cloak from the back of the guardhouse, wraps it round him and helps him up. Sits him down and gives him a flask. He sips it.
Oh, that's
Pulls
a
up
very
face.
good idea. Maybe we should also bring water and food for them.
It's like shivering.
It's okay, baby boy. I'll go get your friends now. Okay, love you.
Thanks.
It's okay. He doesn't have to say it back. He's already traumatized.
So you head back to the graveyard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Full sprint.
do you all fours it? Or you just
I'm all
sprinting?
fours in it, mate. All fours in it.
So you get back in 10 minutes. Yeah. This guy's going to town on another one of the graves. Dick swinging in the wind.
Not a care
Grant
in the
was the
world.
other one that you found. You start digging to that one. As you pop the lid, they appear to be unconscious.
Okay.
Hello.
Can I do a medical check?
Oh.
Kitty,
Do a fucking medical check. Just heal him, you.
I mean, he's rather large, and he's already been digging the grave up. I do not think it's a medical condition.
Kitty, I'm talking about the next one they've dug up. Is unconscious in the coffin.
Oh, okay. You're very impressive, though. I will go on.
Is Dave digging, or is Dave watching Brank because he didn't find anything?
I mean, yeah, amongst the helping this other guy, yeah, you can do another investigation check, find another one.
I don't want to do an investigation check. I want to be stood next to Brant.
Just watching the old man digging away.
Yeah. Seeing this dude's unconscious, I'm going to head first, full on dive into the coffin, slap my hand on his chest, and pump lay on hands into him and give him 1 hit point to see if it does anything.
Don't you know?
Oh,
I just
holy
while he does
hell.
that, I'm going to turn back to Brant and just go, yeah, he fine.
Yeah, he's good.
What kind of sick joke is this?
Brant, talk to him. I'm going to keep digging.
Okay, I'll go with Dave.
Hello, you died. We brought you back. What's the last thing you remember?
Uh, fighting unliving creatures, I believe, in a scuffle. And they're not still here, are they?
Probably not. No. We think they've left.
Oh, my head. Oh.
Yeah,
Just
you
sits
may
there
have
for a
been
minute.
out for about 6 months.
He just sits there quietly, slowly breathing, rubbing his head.
Do you feel alright, or?
I mean,
I feel about as healthy
this
as you
is
are.
very strange. I feel weak, exhausted, but I'm alive. It's the best I can hope for, I suppose.
I'm going to help him out
What?
the coffin. He's getting sat down with the others.
Yeah, some more time passes, going through similar processes. There's now like 5 naked dudes in a huddle, and one dick swinging. The meaty one just hasn't stopped.
Is that another 5 HP I've lost from my lay on hands pool? Yeah.
If you've given not 5 each now, there was one more unconscious one. So if you
Okay.
want to have just given him 1 HP as well.
Just one gone then. Yeah, cool.
While
So
I
we've had baby boy, we've had 2 unconscious, we've had 3 more digs, and we've got dick swinger. So that's 7 out of
13 or 56.
13.
Flash 56. While digging with Dick Swinging Guy, I would like to ask a question.
Yeah, he's just hard focused, quickly digging, his sweat pouring off him.
Well, now it's a competition. I want to dig faster than him.
Okay. I mean, you probably could, because you haven't just woken up from death and you are strong as fuck. This guy's just built and has purpose. You can almost definitely dig faster
Barely
than
alive.
him.
I am going to go full diggy hole then.
Yeah.
Yes.
2 digs for every one of his. He gets to another clunk.
Gonna tear the lid on open.
What the?
Hello.
He passes out.
Ah. Terrafae. Terrafae.
Yes, what?
This one decided to not alive.
Okay. Run across the graveyard and Tom Daly style, triple somersault, pike position. Yeah, straight down. Slap him on the fucking chest.
Another 1 point.
It's all right. We've got all night, and I've got a lot of points.
It's very good there. But you're dramatic.
Oh, he kind of scuffles back when he sees you again. Hello. I imagine Kitty's just like, okay.
right up in his face. Hello.
Got it in one. Hello.
Who are you? What
My name.
Why am I in a fucking grave?
Well, you're dead.
Kind of.
You were dead. You're not anymore. You're welcome.
Welcome back.
The same question.
Yeah.
Every time. What the fuck? Why the fuck? Where the fuck? Who the fuck? Where the fuck?
I imagine you're
Get
headed.
the 5 W's out the way.
Don't worry about it. Guards are coming with clothes and maybe water. I don't know if you're ready or through for that part. Ready, sorry. I don't know if you used this magical stone to get through in that part. However, you're alive now. Welcome back. Isn't it nice?
Ask me that again in the morning, I suppose.
I don't think
But
that.
thank you, I think.
It's okay. Let's help you out.
You get another 2 graves done. Mark 1 more point, Dave. And then guard troops arrive. 15 men come charging up, all carrying a bundle that's got like a small sack that's got a change of clothes, water skin, and some bread and bits of.
Distribute those amongst the naked guys.
Packaged
Get
ham.
your shovels. Come and help.
I'm just going to pass one
What
of
the
these.
hell is going on here? The one that seems to be leading the charge.
Was that?
We'll ask questions later. They all start filtering out and giving out clothes and food and water. And
Can I see anyone in that group who just arrived who I saw earlier when I did the wish?
Give me a perception check.
Fucking hell.
Oh, just hi.
How does 27 do?
Yeah, one of them about mid-group.
I'm
Was
going
one of the
to-
guards outside, not the one that you spoke to, but he was there.
I'm going to speedily saunter over.
They fear what's the
You
hell
see
is
this?
going on?
Do you see this?
Yes, of course.
Do you believe me now?
I didn't not believe you earlier, but
Let's
we'll
get digging.
deal with the questions later.
Yeah, let's get digging. You've got friends that are buried. We need to get them back up.
Yeah, you get the 13 as anticipated up. The guards pull out their own. The lead guard brings out his own scroll, and it turns out there was 3 more. That were on a different list. All 3 of those were out, so that'll be another 3 points if you want to put them in. They are kept separately from the others, those 3. But you've dug up all that you anticipated.
And more.
There could be some more around here, maybe. Have you got... I'm talking just directly at the lead guard. Have you got another one of those scrolls that's got any more names and locations?
There are no additional names for the fear of whatever's happened here. We could spend all night turning out the entire graveyard for potential... I'm not sure what the call is, to be honest. It'll take us... I mean, it seems unreasonable to dig up the entire graveyard, but if there are more that we've missed, and they're still buried, doesn't bear thinking about. Is there any way we can try to find if there's any more?
Right, I need a ruling. Divine sense. Do you want it as written? And you can make a decision whether I can use that to find.
What's it say?
Presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and a powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. In action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that's not behind total cover. I know the type of any being whose presence I sense, but not its identity. Within the same radius, detect any presence of any place or object that's been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell.
I don't think that'd cover. I mean, not without total cover for one. If there is anything else,
Technically, they're not undead either.
Yeah, they're not undead either.
Okay.
I'm having to think. Isn't there a spell like detect life?
But that'd probably be
Have
like...
we seen someone use that before? Or would I know about it?
I mean, I'm not 100% sure, I'll be honest. I don't think I've heard detect life. Oh no, there is a detect life. You target a creature or object you are aware of within 30 feet and determine if it's a living creature. It's more like a unliving detector.
Yeah.
I will send Tielen a sending message, because if anyone knows, it's going to be them. I'm just going to say emergency at the graveyard. Need to find living people in coffins. Can you help? I'm sure Tielen might have something to do something with that.
A couple of seconds pass. You get a voice back. An emergency, you say? I'm on my way.
Yeah, he fucking
I'm
loves
trying
that.
to think if I can help. I'm not sure, but I'm on my way. And then he appears in front of you.
Excellent.
I made it.
Okay, long story short, Dave wished a load of guards back alive. We don't know how many there are or if there's anyone left still alive. We need a way to detect if anybody in these graves are still alive.
Let me think.
Yellen's brain is Google, by the way.
Yes,
I'm
it
thinking
is.
I remember you doing the detect undead thing. I was wondering if there's a way to detect creatures or something like that.
I can't detect... Oh, that thing can detect undead. My divine... I mean, I'll mark off a use of it anyway, because I would have used it, regardless of whether it did it or not.
I'm just kind of thinking, is there one that does just people, like living creatures?
Yeah.
There might be someone who might be able to do something in regards to asking someone for help. Maybe.
What?
In the group.
Oh, piss. Oh, piss. Okay. I guess it's better if I just straight up drop down on my knees. Tielen, can you help?
Begging you.
What do you need help with?
We need to find these potentially living people in graves.
I will try something, but I can't say it'll work for definite. And he walks off into the middle of the graveyard. But yeah, I was hinting at you, Dave. You know, being the follower of the paladin of the god of death.
I'm just trying to trigger something that means I can make a prayer and not be it meta as fuck.
I mean, me essentially just telling you is probably about gives you the grace.
All right. Dave's going to drop to his knees. Drop to his knees.
Dead people, graves, graveyard, god of the dead. Who could possibly help?
I wonder. Yeah, drop to his knees, put his hands over his eyes. Oh no, I want the blue one. The blue one, give me a good roll. Early. I'm guessing this is going to be a roll situation.
What do you do?
I'll get onto my knees and I will start making a prayer to Father.
Father.
Faja, can you hear me? Okay, so Father, by your grace, please, if there are any living amongst this graveyard, show me the way so we can bring them back to this world.
Roll me another percentile.
The blue one and the blue one. Come on. 42.
You sit on your knees for a moment or two, listening to the panicked whimpers, heavy breathing of the nearby guards. Everything feels like it slows down for a moment as you're trying to reach out to ask for aid in the moment. A cold wind blows through the graveyard. Could be a sign, could be just the weather. Then T. Allen shouts, "Over here!"
Get up and sprint over to him.
Two of the guards come over with shovels. "Yes, Guildmaster. These two." Then he kind of drops to one knee. "Oh. I tried to cast a type of spell like I've seen clerics and paladins and the like. You're able to detect evil and good, but that finds certain types of creatures, not necessarily just living people. And when I thought it wasn't going to work, I felt a cold wind. And then I felt like I knew there was people there. But hurry.
Diggy diggy hole.
Dave and the two guards dig up. There is two more. One of them's unconscious.
That's another point gone.
Well, they're both unconscious. You reach out to the first. The lay on hand goes in. You reach out to the second one. Nothing happens. He stops breathing.
Has he just stopped breathing, or
Would it be reasonable to assume, like being paladin and the like? Can I assume he's just died again?
You were just too late.
Right. Okay. In which case, how does this work? Do I have to gentle repose before I revivify?
gentle repose is when you can't get to them within a minute, and it extends it to like a day or so. If he's
10
just
days.
stopped breathing, you can revivify straight from the bat. Revivify
But I-
only works within a minute of death.
Brant, diamond.
Yep, I'm running over. I pass him a diamond.
I will put the diamond on his chest and cast revivify.
You wait a couple of moments. You feel the magic flow through your fingers into the diamond. Come on. The diamond slowly turns to dust and spreads across the visage of the body. and then disappears as if mist. Opens his eyes to see Dave.
Easy, friend.
Just immediately starts crying. It's been hours. I couldn't breathe.
I'm just going to look down the hole and then go, not many people can say they died twice.
Tries to lick his dry lips. He's blinking, can barely open his eyes.
Grab my water skin out of my bag and give it to him. Go easy.
What happened? Oh, where are we?
Long story short, you died, you got buried, I resurrected you. You probably just died again, but I brought you back again. Awfully sorry for the trouble, but, you know, you've got your life back.
Well, thank you. Slowly starts to try and lift himself up. Oh, just give me a moment.
Yeah, you're fine.
More of the guards come over. The lead guard walks over to Dave. Have you got a moment?
Of course. You got some more that need heals, or
They all, I mean, the guildmaster seems to have reached out somehow, and he seems to think that's it.
so we've
It's a
got
good job.
we've got all we can.
It's a good job you called out to him. It doesn't bear thinking about that they could have just been left. He kind of leads you 15 feet away. I believe an apology's in order.
No, you don't need to apologise. You don't need to apologise.
Sure, the captain will probably like to. She's not been the same since you visited earlier.
I think she probably will want to put me in shackles again. Which, if that's what she wants to do, I will gladly do it.
I don't think that's the case.
I've gone against her wishes. She didn't want any of this. Your guard friends all didn't want any of this to happen. I understand that it's not a great thing, but I knew it happened. I had to do something. I say I mean my friends convinced me to do something.
Well, it's a good job you did. It doesn't. I mean, it was hours ago that you visited the guild house. The captain's been thinking about it since.
Shall we
If
gather the
they've
troops and
been lying here since then? It's been hours. I'm sure they're all traumatized, the poor bastards.
yeah, we need to get them back. I mean, there's room at the barracks for us to bring them all tonight?
Yes, of course. They've
Alright.
all been clothed and fed a little at least.
Let's buddy up. We'll grab one of the digs each. I call them digs. Everybody's a guard, but we'll grab one of the digs each, and we'll each come and escort them back to the barracks with you, and we'll help you.
Yes, of course. Well, we'll tidy up some of the mess here, fill some of the holes. So it's not a complete travesty. Turning around and there's just like mud and dirt and holes all over the gaff. We'll have a few of our lot stay back, and if you wouldn't mind helping escort, as you say, and then puts his hand on your shoulder. truly magnificent thing that's happened today. Maybe there's more to it. I'll put the feelers out. Who knows? There may be others that we thought lost. But thank you, Dave. Yeah.
You don't need to thank me. None of this should have happened in the first place.
Well, death is often inevitable, but
Not like that, it's not.
give me a perception check. Brant, you can as well.
Perception, yeah?
Perception.
15.
18.
As you head back over to the group, and they're all kind of gathering themselves, at least a little bit of colour returning to some of the cheeks. You both recognise one of the guards in the group from behind the bank. Kind of catches your eye and then looks away.
I'm gonna walk towards him.
Kind of just doesn't pay you any regard.
I'd like to stand in front of him and drop to my knees and apologise profusely.
He kind of awkwardly looks around. Get up, get up. I apologise as well.
It's nothing you need to apologise for. I think it was probably my fault. Our fault. You were just doing your job.
Fair enough.
Gonna hold my arms out as if to give him a hug.
Kind of, again, awkwardly looks around and...
I'm gonna pump another 20 hit points into him. Make him feel a bit warm.
Thank you.
Go on, let's go.
I'm going to turn to Brant while all of that's going on and just go, do we know who that is?
Oh, that's one of the guards we killed.
Oh. Does Taffy do this for sport, or?
No, I
Just
think
kill
he's
people and bring them
feeling
back so I
guilty.
kill them again.
Although
Kill him and then kill him with kindness.
I don't know if that's one of the ones he threw shit at, though.
Oh no, it's that shit boy.
Not if
you
you
recognise him as well, Brant.
Yeah.
No, I just think Dave's trying to make amends.
I never knew he had that much good in him.
He's got more than we apparently thought.
Can I hear this conversation?
I'm not being quiet about it.
You're not being quiet about it. Everyone's got good in them, Kitty. You just got to find it.
I mean, did they do?
Maybe not everyone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Come on, let's get these lot back.
Do they not know the way?
No, they know the way, but we're helping, Kitty.
Oh, I
you
mean,
wanna-
I'd like to go back now.
All right, you go back to the trust then.
Okay, thank you. Love you.
Dave,
Love you, Kitty.
I do think we need back at the trust. If you want to help the guards, I'll go
Yeah,
back with Kitty.
You go back to the trust. I'll go and talk to the guard captain.
Are you two making haste or are you just walking back?
I think we're pacing because we know
Yeah.
L'Oreal's not doing too good, and we did just kind of rush out and leave her on her own.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. If I don't know if it's going to make much of a difference, but if Kitty wants to give me a piggyback, I'll put Longstrider on her so she moves at least 10 feet a bit quicker.
Are you asking?
I turn to Kitty and I go, up.
Excuse me? I look up.
What's that, sorry?
I look at you, excuse me, and then I look up.
No, could you carry me?
Kitty, baby boy
okay.
wants uppies.
Uppies!
Baby boy not here, but I do it for Brand. That's fine. Yeah, I'll
I'm
crouch
gonna
down.
pop a Longstrider on her as well.
Kitty cavalry.
To
So now you
really
can run at
just nip it.
40 feet every 6 seconds.
It's plus 10.
Now it would be 50 feet.
Oh, you want 40 base?
Yeah.
Nice.
Gee.
Yeah, so gentle jog without the dash, 50 feet every 6 seconds.
What do
So
you mean
nice
without
jog
the
ahead.
travel is very cozy. Nice and fluffy.
Thank you. Mass thinks so too.
You see a little mouse just skitters and sits there on Kitty's shoulder looking up at you.
I'm just gonna stare back at it.
Tilts its head.
I tilt my head too.
Skitters back into the fur. Or her hair, I should say. Because there's a difference between hair and fur on a tabaxi.
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys start jogging back.
Make
Um,
haste.
Make haste. The guard house is still open. A couple of guards sitting there. Quote unquote, baby boy has been moved on. But the guardhouse is still open, so you just jog through and the guard, as you jog past, thank you.
It's okay, I love you.
Yes, you too.
Say
Say it
back. Yeah.
Love you.
Thank you. Very nice.
Say
It's
it back.
fucking peach time in that one.
The kittyisms are spreading. Yeah, so you guys jog to the trust. You get back and the door is locked.
Do you have a key, Kitty?
I usually do, but I didn't bring my bag. Now my outfit has pockets. I will give myself a pat down.
I'm just gonna start knocking, see if I can get any attention.
I've
It's
got
quiet.
Wes's sheet up, mate. If you
Yeah,
need
it's
it.
quiet for the first knock. You knock again. You hear some quiet. You hear Wes. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, just give me a second. Key jumbles through the lock.
Thank you. Very nice.
What happened?
Majority of everybody alive. It's quite fun.
Oh, you guys are filthy.
Oh, I know.
I've not heard anything from L'Oreal. I've been sat by the cellar door.
Doki doki, I'll go
said-
have a look, but do not come into my room.
Wait.
Okay.
She said don't open it until you hear her voice.
Ah, okay. I mean, I sleep in there anyway, so I'll go have a talk through the hatch.
I can talk without having to open the hatch. It's fine. I'll send her a message.
Also, I don't need to change my clothes, so do not come in for a minute.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed if you guys are back.
Okay.
Wes Pottle's upstairs to bed.
Spends too much time in his room, that boy.
I'm gonna go to the cellar, point at the cellar door and send a message. You hear a message and you can reply, and he whispered only you can hear. Yeah, I'm assuming she's on the other side of the hatch, not that far away.
Yeah, within reason. You know she's in there. I'm not going to say you have to point at her directly through the wall. You know, it's more just she's in there. You point towards her. Yeah.
Oh my god, she's dead again.
It's more so the stipulation is so you can't just guess. You know, they might be that way. I want to send a message. You know she's in there, so yeah, it's fine.
Oriel, how are you doing?
Meanwhile, L'Oreal, roll me percentile.
81.
81. About an hour passes. You get another few twinges in your back. You get cramp a few times and you stretch out your limbs only for them to not... You can't stretch them out properly because of the chains. It's definitely not comfortable. But no change happens. And over the course of the next 2 hours,
probably going to lose track of time down there, so...
Yeah. It's a bit dark, even though you've got dark vision. It's dark, it's quiet. You've kept to yourself. Back spasms, body cramps, unable to move. You try and get up a little bit and you have to kind of awkwardly hunch over and just try and stretch your legs a little bit. It's not comfortable by any means, but you don't change. A few hours later, you receive a message. L'Oreal, how are you doing?
Brant, you back? That
Yes.
means a number of hours must have passed.
Well, time is it? It's like 11 or 12, isn't it, by now?
Yeah, it's late by now, yeah.
I think we're okay for tonight, then. It's been awkward. I think it's safe for you to come down.
Okay, I'm gonna unlock the cellar door and go down. Not tonight, then?
No, I think we're lucky. Though tomorrow, it's probably unavoidable.
Well, we'll be better prepared this time.
How did tonight go for you?
I think, all things considered, it went rather well. We went to the graveyard. We saved a dozen or so. Dave's gone back with the guards to talk to them. All things considered, he did a good thing today.
That really did. Yes. Hopefully, none of them harbored any ill will to you, or Dave, or any of us.
Well, there was one of the ones we killed. Dave was talking to them and they hugged, so it looks like they forgave each other.
Good. How are you feeling, though? Are you still...
Well, I felt better.
Yeah.
You look at Brant and he's covered in mud.
I think you need a bath.
Yeah, just needs a fresh change of clothes as well.
Is Kitty there? I'd perhaps like some help to get out of these.
Yeah, she went to get changed. I'll go find her.
Yeah, I'd prefer her to do it just in case anything. Because I know you're still weakened.
Where
No,
was
that's
the basement
understandable.
hatch?
Basement
Kitchen,
hatch,
isn't it?
No, it's in, well, Kitty's room, basically.
Oh, right.
I'll point to the
Turn around,
ceiling
baby boy.
and message Kitty and say, L'Oreal would like you to help get her out of the shackles.
Standing right behind you this entire time.
Ah,
Eyes of fright.
yeah,
Oh!
Death Ward back
Wakes up.
on.
Okay. Gonna open up the hatch, poke my head down and go, L'Oreal,
Hey, Kitty.
hello.
Still with you, it seems.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. You need help?
Yes, please. Get me out of these. Oh, I need to stretch.
Oh, is that a key?
No, they're just. I'll show the shackle. Are they locked?
They're basically, they've got like bolts through them. They're like manacle locked with iron bolts that go through. And like the neck piece has got a key to unchain that.
Like the old style ones with the key built in.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, it's, you get, because of the nature of the length of the chains and stuff,
You can't reach them.
and normally because it's for an animal, you know, without opposable thumbs, you wouldn't be able to like reach over and pull the bolts out. You know, you'd have the chains would tense up with the, you know, but with opposable, you crouch down to release the tension on the chains and key over the neck, and then you can get the bolts out. I mean, it still takes a bit of. They're meant to be jammed in, you know, for the strength of it. So
Yeah, let's jump down and lop them off. At the same time, things are disgusting, but you put yourself in them.
Well, it's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
I want to keep everyone safe. You, Bran, where's Dave, or everyone that I can.
Okay.
I care about you guys.
I love you too. Yeah. Take him off and just throw him to the side.
As I said to Bran, though, tomorrow is going to be a different story, right?
Okay, we
won't
clean
be
up
able
this
to fight.
cellar a little more. It'd be like a very strange slumber party with us. It'd be fine.
You look like you need a wash as well.
Oh yes, I'm very filthy. I would have changed, but Brant came into my room.
Well, I can leave now if you want.
Oh, no, you're already here. I mean, you know, go for my belongings, why don't you?
Okay, I'm going to start going upstairs.
I need something to eat.
Oh, that sounds very good. I like that.
How can we rustle up? I'm going to go upstairs and head into the kitchen. Do you want anything?
Yes.
Anything in particular, or just as much as whatever I can find?
Food is fine, yes.
Okay.
I'm just going to rustle around. Can I and see if we just happen to have a brass brazier lying around?
yeah, fuck it. Danson would have had a brass brazier
Cool.
in and amongst his tat.
Grab some charcoal from the kitchen and herbs. Grab a block of incense, and I'm going to cast Find Familiar and call upon my owl.
Cool.
Call upon your
L'Oreal goes into the kitchen to make herself some scrandiggity.
So did you say
Brant
call upon my owl?
Owl. As in the winged owl.
Small bird. Brant sits down and, yeah, over the course of an hour, performs a small magical ritual using the ingredients necessary over this little brazier. And then after the hour is complete and the incantation finishes, out of the smoke of the brazier, the smoke forms a small owl. It sits on Brant's shoulder.
Kitty is going to duck behind the counter a little bit and go, "Is that yours?
Yes.
Where'd you get it from?
Well, just summoned it.
It's not going to poop in here, is it?"
I don't think so. I don't think it's a real owl. I think it's just a magic thing.
Her eyes get a little squinty and go, "Better not be real."
Ooh.
Why is it asking who?
Wants to know who you are.
Do not answer question to birds.
Why not?
The bird.
It's a bit rude to not answer it.
The filthy.
I'd just walk out the kitchen now with a big old plate of food for me and Kitty.
Just see this.
You see, Brant sat next to a now slightly smouldering.
Where did that come from?
Yes, it's exactly what I say.
But you saw this girl who had a small. Was it girl who had a small pet?
Yeah,
Familiar?
he had a dragon.
Oh,
This
I
is
didn't know that.
this is my one.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
I recently learned how.
Oh, cool.
I was thinking if you're really that worried about sleeping tonight, this owl could watch over you, and if something does happen to you, this owl will let me know, and I'll come in. If you're happy with that.
I mean, yes, but will you be in a fit state to, if anything happens?
But like, all I have to do is yell for Kitty and Dave and Wes, and they can help.
I suppose, yeah.
I don't have to be completely fit to raise the alarm.
No, it's true. But I think the worst of any potential is past us tonight.
As you wish. If you change your mind, the owl will sit and watch you if you want.
Ooh.
I
I
mean,
don't think she will be able to sleep if you do that.
get to hear him quite a lot in woods. I'm used to them, so it won't be that much of a distraction.
I mean, same, but I never sleep with all the bird noises.
It's ironic as hell. I'm going to hear an owl right outside my window right now. That's weird.
Hey, somebody watching you now, boy.
Have you got the stream open?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
Like I would about
Because there's nighttime sounds
there's
playing
like
on the stream as well.
30
There's
odd
owls on
in
that.
front of my house is where woods where owls sit.
Love that.
Spooky bastards, you lot.
Then it was meant to be.
Well, that's my decision, mate. Yeah.
All right, but he not come in the kitchen, and he especially not come into my room.
But I can't make any promises. He'll go where he pleases. But
He will, but he will not go where he pleases. Mr. Owl, look at me now.
Ooh.
You not go in the kitchen, yes? And you not go into my room, yes?
Ooh.
I'm taking that two who's as a yes.
Kind of fluffs itself on Brant's shoulder.
Brant, were you hungry at all?
actually, yes, I will have something to eat.
I'll go and make you a plate of food now, and I'll also make a second one for Dave when he gets back and leave it in the chill area.
I'm going to go over to Kitty's plate and just cast prestidigitation. Make it tasty.
Ooh.
You're gonna lean back when you come because there's an owl on your shoulder.
Careful, he bites.
Oh, I bite harder.
Ooh.
Yahoo. Better be scared.
So yeah, Brant casts prestidigitation on your meal, which makes it tastier.
Man, let's just put that umami on it.
It's give it that little bit of.
Gonna please start chowing down on a scale of 1 to goddamn. How much tastier are we talking?
Just a little bit tastier.
Roll
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It doesn't.
It
It doesn't
can-
turn gruel into like fine dining, but
You call it my
definitely
cooking
turn
gruel?
gruel. it turned gruel into like
Porridge.
a porridge.
porridge. Yeah, doesn't taste like shit at least. Yeah, but on already nice tasting food, it'll give it that pizzazz.
Okay. While chowing down, then, I'm going to get very protective of the food and keep eyeballing the owl.
The owl doesn't move off Brant's shoulder.
Better fucking not.
Bring out another plate of food for friend Brant. There you go.
Thank
Hopefully
you very
that will
much.
help. It's funny you should actually have an owl familiar. I remember my brother had one when we were younger, just before he left for his travels. He had a nice little owl familiar.
Nothing nice about that owl.
Like cute.
Shush you.
I'm just going to try and feed it a bit of meat, see if it'll actually eat it. Or...
Do you?
Remember.
Technically, no. Because ultimately, it's a summoned creature, and it'll basically only really do what you'll tell it. Like if you, perhaps, just for example clarity, if you gave it some free will, it'd probably just potter about doing owl shit. But ultimately, it'll only
Just doing owl shit.
just doing owl shit.
Owl.
Walking down the road with a top hat and tails. Don't mind me, governor. Oh fuck, I'm needed. Yeah, it'll just crack on until you. But ultimately, it'll only really do what you ask of it. Otherwise, it'll just chill.
Fair enough.
But it's still alive and sentient. You know, it'll still protect itself and within reason. But it won't just go about its will unless you tell it to.
Have you thought of a name for it yet?
Don't name it.
Not really. I can't think of a good name for it.
No, when you name them, they become pets. And when they become pets, they get all cozy-wozy with it. And one day, that thing gonna wake up downstairs dead.
Well, how would it wake up if it was dead?
Because it gonna come in the kitchen or something silly, and it's gonna make the biggest mistake of its life.
That's okay. I'll just bring it back again. On the plus side, I don't think the owl will try and eat your little friend. Doesn't seem interested in meat.
Well, better bloody not be.
So you guys sit and enjoy an evening meal. Succulent evening meal.
A meal? A succulent avid meal?
Evening meal. Is there anything else you'd like to achieve before going to bed? Before we meanwhile today, fear? Conscious of the 10:30 time that we are sitting at.
Technically bathhouse, but we can just sort of power our way through that.
You'd know the bathhouse isn't open this late.
Can I fit in the sink?
No.
Going to have to wash myself in from a bucket.
Yeah, you give yourself a dash down, just so it's not the most comfortable, but at least you're not covered in mud. It'll do till you can get to the bathhouse first thing.
Yeah.
You know they open early, even if they're not open at midnight.
Doesn't open a
Go
bathhouse
before opening times. Go for a late night. I mean, go for a late evening bath, but midnight you're pushing it.
Yeah. Wash myself down. New set of clothing.
Make some biscuits on your bed.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. What I will say, Brant, if you want to go ahead and switch your spells about so that you've got greater restoration,
Yep.
we will do a very quick first thing in the morning thing with you before we end. Because I'd like to carry on without forgetting about all that shit. I'll have that boxed in the morning.
Okay, that's cool.
I would probably say to everyone then, if you all want to head off to bed, I will stay awake until Dave gets back. I don't need to sleep, so.
I'm going to put the owl in the corridor of the corridor of the rooms. It's just going to perch up and keep an eye out.
It can sit on one of the ledges above one of the doors, got the outer frame, I suppose. Just keep a lookout. What do you say to it?
Keep an eye out. Would it know who Dave is?
No,
Probably not.
it's not
I
seen.
would just say.
I mean, it's
I'll tell it like he'll probably turn up. That there'll be this person coming in, describe Dave, and if anyone other than
it's your familiar, so I'd like to think you share
Some
common
an element
knowledge,
of cognition. Yeah.
just sort of saying that if it sees anything that could be deemed a threat, just start telepathically nudging me.
Yeah.
And let me know something's up.
Cool. And what we'll do that really quick so it's boxed. In the morning, Brant, you wake up, you focus your spells, and you cast Greater Restoration.
Yep.
That so the first thing, you wake up still feeling like shit. So you know at that point it's not an effect similar to the vampiric drain, which did go after a long rest. Yours didn't. So you're like, fuck. You then cast Greater Restoration on yourself, so give yourself a long rest, and then knock off a spell slot for Greater Restoration.
I will pop a restoration, and that will make me happy.
It removes the effect, but it doesn't heal you. So you are still on 1 hit point, but now out of your max. So you might have to damage yourself again, but basically you're at full health. Give yourself the full long rest heal as normal. Mark off a Greater Restoration. Yeah, and you've got 1 hit point. So it removed the nasty effect. You've got your maximum back, but you're still weak as balls. So that's for the morning.
All done.
Meanwhile, shibababoo, bibababoo. They fear.
Hello.
You watch your friends jog on ahead. You receive a couple of friendly nods and pats on the shoulder of thanks on the way back through towards the city. You overhear a couple more of the guards explaining how on clifftop duty there was elements of disdain and bullying amongst the ranks from Ulysses' guards compared to the town guards, to the point where a couple of them tried to combat it, one of them being Dick Swinging Dench, and they basically just set zombies on him, just fucking killed him. And a couple of the others were, after expressions of not really enjoying the way things were, the other captain just killed them. Just ran them through. Off you fuck. Not having any disdain in the ranks. Just killed them. Hence the specific stipulation on killed. There may have been others that died during the period, but you've resurrected the ones that were killed, and it wasn't necessarily by your hand. It was by Ulysses' lot for various reasons.
So I accidentally did do it right.
Yeah, basically. That was why I needed the specific wording on whether it was just the ones you'd killed, but it was all of them that had been killed in the last 6 months since Ulysses took over. You get back after a good hour's trek. You get back to the barracks, and they're all led inside. You're not allowed in the barracks. They kind of hold you outside for a minute. To apologise, Terrafae, but you're not allowed in the barracks proper. But I thank you for your assistance. The captain is still in the guardhouse. If you'd like to say a few words, perhaps. I'm going to take in a report.
Okay. Are you coming now?
Yes, I'll just see these in and then...
Yeah, I'll wait for you. I'll come with you.
While you are waiting outside in that moment alone, Dave, you feel a cold breeze flow past you. Gives you a little bit of a shiver. You can swap another level. A few minutes later, the guard comes back out. Here we go. He leads you down the road a bit to the guardhouse. Takes you inside. The guy stands to attention. Report, ma'am. Yes, go on. What is it? What was that call earlier? She looks up and sees you stood there. Oh. At ease. The guy spreads his legs. Nods. Was this your work, Dave, here?
It was.
Care to explain?
I told you. Powerful magic. Yes, I went against your wishes, but hold his wrists out.
She turns to the other guard. Yes, ma'am. The call was put through the stones for aid in an emergency at the graveyard, calling for food, water, clothing, and shovels. Myself and a contingent of 14 made haste to the graveyard where we found Dayfair, Brant, and Kitty Cat were engaged in grave digging. They had saved, it appears, a number of... Bard. They had saved a number of recently deceased guards, some guards that have been deceased upwards of 6 months. It seems whatever Dayfair had wished for, he looks confused at Dave for a second. It appears it was true. She kind of rubs her brow. So they'd been resurrected and they'd been in their coffins for hours. It would appear that way, Mom. We were fortunate in that Dayfair, using his abilities, had kept them on the brink at least. Unfortunately, one of them had succumbed once again. And once again, Dayfair rose to the challenge and revived him again. Okay. Anything else? He walks up to the desk and slides the note that he had across. The additional 3, ma'am. Right. She takes the note and puts it down to one side. Be honest, I don't know what to say, Dayfear. As I'm sure you can imagine, it's not that I didn't want to trust you. You see, she wells up a little bit. I just didn't think it possible, I suppose. It was a truly generous thing you did. I shall see it rewarded. So, what of the men? They are in the barracks, ma'am. No doubt arranging themselves, and we'll probably have to have conversations with them individually tomorrow if they want to come back to work. It's going to be difficult, no doubt. Indeed, she says. Well, none of them will be forced, of course. I'll leave the choice up to them, just coming back to life. Can't imagine what they're going through right now. Well, thank you, Dayfear. I shall be in touch.
He gives a bow, turns and walks out.
Give me a perception check with disadvantage as you walk out.
17.
Are you just about overhear her quietly say as you leave, "Contact the Justice. We have their men."
Dave's going to stop. Turn around and... What did you just say?
I'm sorry, Dave. Is there something else?
No, I thought I just heard you say something.
I'm not sure. It was probably talking about the men we've just retrieved.
Who were those other 3?
Which other 3? Sorry, I'm not sure exactly the totals.
The 3 that were on the sheet that this guard bought.
Shit.
Listen, I've done you a service. I've done you a service. If these guys are something that we need to be worried about or concerned
Come in,
about,
Dave. Shh, be quiet. Just come in. She nods, and the guard goes and shuts the door. She looks around. Are you... We do owe you a service. It's true. How knowledgeable are you on the law systems in our world?
only what you force-fed me while I've been in here.
There is another organization known as the Justice. They are a law organization that oversees the whole world. They only get involved in the most extreme circumstances. Otherwise, towns, cities, villages, etc. are left to their own devices. But in circumstances where jurisdiction needs to be questioned or matters are of higher authority, so to speak, the justice get involved. 3 of those retrieved tonight were members of the justice who were working as guards in the city.
For you or for him?
For us.
Okay.
I would greatly appreciate if you don't broadcast that information, Dave, because I was careless and I must admit I didn't think you'd hear that well. The Justice are very much I don't want to say secret organisation, but they certainly aren't well broadcasted. They only come out of the woodwork when absolutely necessary. So please, yes, try to keep that to yourself.
You have my word.
But at the end of the day, nothing happens in the world without somebody taking notice. But yes, thank you again, Dayfear. Rest well.
And you, Captain.
She nods and the guard opens the door again.
Walk out.
The door's shut behind you.
I will continue back to the trust.
You get back to the trust. L'Oreal sat on her own.
Oh. That lasted long then?
You muted, Mickey.
It didn't happen. I felt awkward at times, a little bit achy, but not tonight. Tomorrow is going to be unavoidable.
Okay.
I heard you done some wonderful things tonight.
I tried to fix something that I did, that we did, that people way above our pay grade did. And I think some good came out of it.
I believe it did. There are people alive today who did not deserve to be dead. And people will notice that, be it your gods, whoever, they will. I have a feeling they will look favorably upon this in the days to come. And God knows we could use that.
I hope so.
I've got some food prepared for you if you're hungry. You probably are. Not seen you eat all day.
I had something that Kitty was hiding in the kitchen for breakfast. No idea what it was. It looks semi-edible, so, you know,
I've prepared a full plate for you if you need something.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Would you like something to drink as well?
Something strong.
I think I can help you there. I'll go into the back, get this plate of food, and bring a bottle of some strong liquor, and just put them both in front of him.
Thank you.
I know we've not always seen eye to eye, but I hope that we can work closer and put that shit behind us. I apologize. I am sorry for anything that I've done that offended you. You disagreed with. I only did it for what I thought was the best.
We all make mistakes, L'Oreal. It's just about how you react to it, and how you respond to it.
Hopefully we can rectify them in the days to come. And I can put an arrow through that fucker's eye, because I really want to do that.
You'll have to beat me to it. Raises his bottle up.
Pour us a glass.
Tip some into a glass.
Cheers.
Bottoms up. Start
Down it
drinking.
goes.
Jesus Christ. Not that fucking strong.
Well, you said strong.
Yeah.
A
That's
little
strong.
less strong.
I need to get used to this.
Sorry, that's the barmaid in me. I'm used to it all now.
It'll be fine. It'll help me sleep.
Well, you've done a lot of work tonight, and I'm sure that will help you sleep as well. I'm sure Kitty's left the key around here. I'm going to go and lock up.
Don't worry about it. I'll sort it. I'm going to walk over and pull my thieves' tools out of my pocket. And
We should all get us a key cut for this place.
yeah, one day we will. Can I lock the door, Pitch?
Give me a thieves' tools check.
21.
Yeah. It's a big lock, but 5 minutes of work. Well, less than that. A minute or two. Clunk.
All right, I'm taking this to bed.
Enjoy.
I will.
Okay, I'm going to start turning all the lights out, blowing the candles out, and head up.
Easy enough. Blow out some of the candles, replace a couple of the more wilted ones, leave some of the wilted ones for aesthetic effect. Shut up shop for the night.
Yep. And then
Everyone heads to bed. We'll say everyone gets a long rest. If you all want to mark off your long rest. Obviously, we've done Brant with his effect ended. 1 HP out of his maximum, now back to normal.
and just in time for tomorrow night, I am no longer exhausted. I'm gonna...
Ba-da-da-da.
Great.
And that's where we shall end, boys. Yeah. No
That
one
went-
died.
That
No
went
one
a
did so
lot
much
better.
stupid.
A lot better than, I'll
Yeah.
be honest, I was expecting it to.
The 3 options I'd had in my head all day were option 1,
Pick off.
they give him the ruby and he walks out the door. Option 2, they try and fight him off. And, well,
New
or option
campaign.
3, someone tries to escape with it.
Potential outcomes for those? The other 2, which we didn't do?
You can make reasonable assumptions, but
He
We
dies.
fought
She
him, we
dies. Everyone
did.
dies.
Everyone
tried to
dies,
escape with it-
one doesn't die.
If you try to escape with it, everyone who didn't escape with a gem is dead. Basically,
I mean,
a lot of
You weren't
death.
going to escape with the gem if you tried.
No.
I mean, that's a very fair assumption as well. There was no fog cloud that was going to stop him this time.
And there was no dimension door either.
There was no dimension door. At the end of the day, he had his top 6 changeling squad with him.
They'd have thrown a pillow at Brant, knocked him over.
Pillow. But yeah, good shit, boys. I'm glad it went that way.
Yeah.
What it'll mean for the future, who knows? Obviously, giving him the gem doesn't feel like the right decision, but ultimately, everyone's still alive, so it couldn't
And
have been the worst decision.
Led to some interesting events.
And a lot of other random shit happened.
Mm.
A lot of it devolving from a random choice wish from Dayfear. I'll see, like, shit like that, whilst, as I said, like, the outside of the mechanics of the spell.
You've got to be specific in your wording.
You've got to be specific, but wishing for a bunch of NPCs to come back to life is,
Slightly
it
more
was gonna
lenient,
work.
but
Yeah. But yeah,
It was a
the
wish.
importance of the specifics, because it was a lot more than 2 dead dudes from behind the bank.
Mm.
We're talking, you've just potentially brought 50 odd people back to life in various situations and states. So, but yes, very well done, everybody. I appreciate it's late, so thanks to anyone that stuck with us. I can't help but fucking draw it out because I enjoy it so much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But yes, wunderbar. The cliffhanger that has been sat bubbling away in my mind all week turned out
All
to
right.
be a good outcome. And there's still a long way to go, boys.
Yeah.
So yes, much love, everybody. Let me see if we can throw a couple of homies. It's probably just us in here at this point. It's just us. Or is it just this? Bum bum ba, law drop. Boosh!
I was definitely seeing them as potential allies. But
that's the army.
I can't recall. Does that ring any bells for you, Biggie?
It does for me.
yeah,
We
I'm trying to remember where.
we encountered them with the drug trade. The justice contacted us and said, "We want you to help sort
That was
out."
it.
And there was a drop off in the forest. Communicating with them.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a lot of stuff written in my notepad about the justice from when I was with Guile.
Guile's back history was wrapped around the justice. Do you want to
Intertwined.
mention anything about it now that they've been dropped?
Do I want to mention anything about it? Well, I know who the front man is.
Maybe don't name the front man, but
Yeah. I can't say anything else, I don't think.
Well, this is where it turns out
Well,
it's Danson. He's gone back to
I
report.
mean, so obviously it came to light, didn't it, that was it out of character or in character? It came to light that Guile was ultimately a spy working for the fire
It was
plane.
out of character. I think we did it on one of the Q&A things.
Yeah.
On one of the Q&As. We need to do another one of them soon.
I was going to say,
actually.
yeah.
Guile was working for the fire plane and the Justice got involved and basically modified his memory to make him believe he was just an adventurer. So Guile went on about his life as an adventurer, which kind of explains why he was a little bit of a bastard man, because ultimately his nature is that of a fire plane spy. And the demon in a amulet, ultimately his mission was to come to the material plane, chuck a few thalms into the amulet and call forth a demon army. but then got intercepted by the Justice, and so the amulet went dormant for X amount of time, and it only got activated when Dave randomly cast spells instead of intentionally cast them into the amulet. Guile, sorry, yeah. And then that's why the demon was pissed off with Guile, because instead of coming to the material plane and sorting shit out in a number of days, he got intercepted and it went across months. So he got killed. So the Justice have been at least background referenced. And it was only because of a high disadvantaged perception roll that they've now been dropped. But will Dave say anything? Will anything come from it? Find out next time on Terrafae. But yes, lovely. Good stuff, everybody. Thanks all. I'm just going to... I know I keep raiding Bish, but it's just easier because she's always fucking on.
Always fucking live.
Oh, are you muted, Biggie?
Mind you, it is Jamie's 3rd year anniversary of today.
Is Jay
isn't it?
live, is he?
Yeah.
It is, mate, yeah.
Alright, we'll go raid Jamie then.
He's in the Hole of Foxes.
I do like the look of that game. It
It's
from-
fun but grindy.
Mm.
There's the
It's
a
a
whole economy
constant...
behind.
Yeah, it's a constant
war.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just constantly goes on. Every couple of months, one side will win, but everything gets made. Like, you collect resources, you manufacture the weapons, you ship the weapons to the front of the line, then players pick it up and use it. If you don't do the economy side of it, you don't get to play with anything good.
Mm.
So back when I played it, you were expected to put in a few hours in the metal mines collecting resources, just so you got to go to the front and use a machine gun.
So you can go and use them and have some fun, yeah. Right, as my internet craps out and me fucking raid messages take 3 years to load through, we're gonna head on over to CJ. Thanks for watching, anyone that's been here, much appreciated. Thanks to Kenny from earlier, who was dropping random messages, but we're all very interesting and entertaining.
Yeah.
We will be back next week for a continuation with a lot less exhaustion and almost dead people, and we will see what happens. Much love.
Well, you're going to see a werewolf, no matter what.
I mean, it's quite clear at this point. But yes, much love, everyone, and we'll see you soon.